Alright, hello everyone. It's good to see you all here. Another day, another stream. Let's go. It's actually awesome seeing you all here. We have 6 people. Hi John, hi you. Hi, I'm a potato. Flavian, Alexander. Wow, a lot of you here. Just getting back to a few people before we fully go into Q&A, playing and all the stuff. So, how are y'all doing today, huh? What is it, like, Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. Cool. I'm completely lost in days. Like, do you guys keep the track of time? Because for me, the hours, the dates, what kind of month it is, I'm like, where am I right now? It's a bit different. Also, can you hear me okay? Can you hear the music, the mic, and all that jazz? Alright, we're just like sort of wrapping up the last second things. I decided to sort of stream out of the blue, because why not? Probably this is the best way. But I think like in the future I should have the schedule for the streams. So basically like I did like ask you for the times when's the best for you so that I could adjust. And yeah, it's a big deal. Okay, so let's see what do we have here. When am I able to do your session? Or can I do some like Ubia like this one? So I get out of body like almost every evening, but for me like on automatic it's like going and helping on the bigger scale to help several people like for example like here for you. I can probably after the stream, if everything's okay, I can probably look into your issue. You wrote me like tons of information on Facebook and stuff, so I can get back to you. OD. Dang, my ears are back with earwax next to the eardrum. Feel deaf. Mate, it sucks. I hate that feeling. Like, I've been to the doc once, and she said, like, like, I am one of those persons that is more keen to have the earwax. And basically, for me, like, it wasn't a big deal my whole life. I was like, do like, never really gave a damn. Except one day, I'm taking a shower, I'm washing my hair, and the air, like, I mean, like, the water sort of plays in my ear accidentally, and I'm like, ow. So basically, all day long, I'm, like, trying to get it out, like, because it's sort of like, I feel like the water in my ear. Next thing you know, the wax sort of, like, expands a little bit, and I'm like, fuck, I can't hear this, like, the whole sound system went weird, and I was, like, dumb, like, I never really look into the whole, like clearing your ears and stuff, so I'm, like, taking this, like, film, I'm gonna get it out, like, nope, I just shut it in further, great. What about this one? Oops, triggered that one, can't hear with both. Fuck. So I really fucked myself over, not too bad, but, like, I ended up going to the doctor and they cleared out the wax. But it was, like, a scary experience, like, for a few days, I was, like, it felt like a whole different world, I really hated the feeling, and I feel ya, mate. I really hope you can go, like, do it yourself either, or go to someone who can clear it out for you, because it's icky, and I hope you don't have to experience this, but yeah. Alright, just wrapping things up here. I think this was the last message, so I can probably like, turn on the game and slowly move into playing Deus Ex as we do some streaming. Let's see if I can handle this stuff here. Yeah, there we go. So I'm basically playing with Streamlabs. It's like as an app, it's pretty much great because I really don't have to worry about like playing music and actually getting copyrights. Like yesterday, I was like playing one song at the end of the stream, and they gave me copyright issue. I'm like, uh-oh, no. So basically I had to, like, I didn't do anything. It's just like they're more like, just don't do it again, kind of like a thing. So I changed the ending song to something I can use without the copyright issues, so that should be okay. That being said, I'm gonna go back into playing around. Like, is that where we finished? Yeah. We just fly it over here, and we'll see what is up. And while I'm playing around, we can answer questions and see what is up. Okay, so John West. Question number 1. In terms of getting data about the person or area and out of body, how would one go about it while respecting the privacy of others? I want to make sure I don't look at stuff I don't have consent to. So it's really like, it's awesome to see a person who really respects others. Because, for example, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm gonna get out of body, and they really, look at all the details, all the private stuff, and this is, nasty. But if some people, right? So for you, how to do without actually like messing with other people? I guess like you would have to start with like getting out of body, and for example, like having someone close to you, for example, like let's say might be a friend, might be someone you know, who lives close to you, and what you do, like you gotta go out of body, and you end up checking out the car plate numbers, and like just getting little like letters and seeing like whatever you experience in Nubi, when you get back, was it real? For example, your friend draws something on a little paper, and you have to go to his place to look at this little like thing he wrote. And so basically you do this whole thing like reality check. Like, is what you're seeing fits with this realm, like right now where we are? Because sometimes you can get out of body, but go into the parallel earths and like see a whole different thing. So, like finally, once you get the right thing, then you can sort of like program yourself to have a filter of how much can you access. And for example, if you don't want to see the super private details, for example, you can look at documents, but you don't want to see all the real stuff. So what you can do is like put a filter where the letters will be mixed up, where you can get different data, or you look at the passport, for example, and you can't make out like what's written here, like all the words kind of like are blurry, and so it's kind of like putting a filter. So that would be like on the information if you were, to go and like see their documents or other things. But then personal life, for example, you go into someone else's house and oops, I just went into their bedroom, uh-oh. So again, you can put a filter on, and basically instead of blurring out the whole thing, you can pretty much like put the whole different scenery. For example, you open the doors, but there's nothing there. And you sort of like put the program, like when I step through these doors, if anyone's in there that I might get in their private life, I don't want to do that. So like if there's anything private that I should not see or goes against like their beliefs and like security stuff, then like the whole thing will change. And basically before opening the door, you write this program, and all of a sudden the whole world will be different once you enter. So that would be my answer.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard, I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words.
Oh, like Adam learned how to hack.
Through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Okay. So we're checking things out here in the game. By the way, how is the relationship between the game audio and me talking? Can you hear it all okay? Or is it kind of like a bit too loud, too little? Like, how's it going? As I'm doing this, I'm also looking into answering some questions, and here's one from you. Okay, like, here's my question from yesterday. What are you like in relationships? Are you bisexual or had a female partner, human or spirit before? Have you had clients that told you they had a crush on you and all this stuff? Okay, so for me, I am kind of straight in this life. Like, I prefer guys, but in my past lives, you know, there's so many variations that I had done both, like being like a lesbian, being a guy being gay, being a guy having a girl, and actually it's kind of like this more like closer to the fourth dimension stuff, because out there in the fifth dimension and stuff, like the whole sexual thing and with relationships, it is more about details here, but out there people don't really have sex. You know, this it basically, you can have like a body, but it doesn't have any genitals, and you know, like the whole reproduction thing, like, oh, we're just gonna sort of like just create the spirit like that, create the body like that with a little snap. So it's not much of a thing. What else? In your question, and also like, you know, like having different kind of partners is still like human, alien, and alien, animal, tons of variations. I mean, like, we live for too long, so there's all that. And also regarding clients having crush on me, there are a few clients that do like me. I try to be respectful and, you know, give them acknowledgement and appreciation, but that's where it kind of ends. Yeah, so there's that. Like, I'm actually like amazed that someone would like me. Like, why the hell are you people watching me? I'm just like a girl that's like learning stuff, and I don't think I know that much. Like, why do you like me, guys? But anyway, like, that's just like I don't know. It's weird because like the way I lived my life is hard to believe that would happen. Wait, why do we got disconnected? Okay, there it is. We disabled the cameras because why not? Oops. There's my code and Mandrake. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we got some info. Office number 3. Some great. We got wine. Alright, so before I'm gonna leave the room, I'm gonna scroll the chat and see if there's more questions. Okay. Question number 2 from John West. When looking at clients' issues in a session, such as past life, what are not allowed to look at? What about boundaries do you set? It's pretty much like I usually ask people like, what exactly do you want me to look at, and most people tell me like, hey, just give me anything, really. So they're pretty much like want to know anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, most people don't recall their past lives, so the more they know, the better it is for them. Some of the things I might share will trigger memories, so all the details I can find, every single thing they did, if they prefer it that way. For example, tell me from birth until death, what did I do? And basically I would look at every single detail, you know, their relationships, anything they did, like all the events. Like, I don't want to say good or bad, because it's more like a duality thing here on Earth, because like usually out there, we don't have pain out there. People can lose their limbs, people can lose their body, like be shot and stuff, and it's not gonna be much of a thing. And whatever happens, like, oh shit, my whole world got destroyed, just recreates it like that. It's not a big deal. It's basically like you know, like you save the game, you have a checkpoint, and then you close it and you do something else. But it's kind of like a multiplayer. So you kind of open up your game, and oops, while you were gone, your whole world got destroyed, and you're like, uh-oh. So what you do is you sort of restart the game from the checkpoint, and you basically continue from the point where you left off. But then regarding privacy, it's like, I don't know, like I haven't really looked at the boundaries that much myself. I'm not into looking at every single thing. It's more like, okay, where's the issue that people want to look at? For example, them having fears, them having anxiety and other things. I'm just gonna look into those details as much as possible to clear out any limitations, and once I'm done with that, then basically just move on there's not much of a thing like, oh, I'm gonna look at what he did and specific details in the bedroom or all the stuff like that. Not interested, really. So hopefully that answers the question, but I might look... yeah, like, with the clients I'm working on, like, when I look at your question, like, it's mainly... people want to know everything. So, I haven't had a client that haven't told me, like, hey, please don't look at specific stuff, or anything like it. So, I haven't had a situation where people want me to access the private stuff. Again, I'm scrolling down a little bit, to sort of, get back to your questions. Echt, thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. What are some of the things you want to learn from me? Like, are there any topics, things you want me to address? Like, I don't know, so like soul conscious, getting out of body, anything. Because if you have specific topics, I can focus on it and do my best to help you out, if it's a thing. And in the meanwhile, I'm just gonna look through these offices and see who I can hack. I probably can... just use... oh, like, there we go. So, people, where will we be in 2050? Okay, good stuff. Like, it's interesting because a lot of like information or what they sort of like tell in these messages kind of relates to real world and what is going on in the bigger picture. Wait. Okay, so we got like Office 42 code. Okay, explore a little bit. And I'm looking into more questions. Okay, some are saying that at the end of the month something big will happen, but honestly, you don't like to get your hopes up. So what kind of like something big? Like I heard like there's gonna be like solar flare. Yay! The government is classifying something, or what, announcing second lockdown or something. It is I don't know, like some people like believe that there's gonna be ETs coming on Earth and saving everyone, but it's pretty much like bullshit story. It's kind of like you know, like keeping us as a cattle, and basically even the bad guys are like, the easiest way to keep them going is to give them hope on something that's not gonna happen, and they're basically gonna be waiting, not doing anything, and then we can just take on over and stuff. So they have an easy way dealing with us. Why didn't the session I gave for you work last time? I don't know, depending what you mean work, cause we live for quadrillions of years, like we live for so freaking long that when people ask me, could you look at this thing? I look at the very surface, specific things they want me to address. So I deal with this small, tiny little bit issue, while there's so freaking much to cover, like all your past lives, everyone you're dealing with, your family members, and others. So there's a whole lot involved, and basically I pretty much like focus on given parts, because there's so much work, and if I just end up spending all my time tracking all the details, I would take a whole lot. Password Eclipse. Some people have these things like they get a session done, yay, they're all better, And then it's more like they pretty much like hope that I do all the work for them and they don't have to do anything. So I have these clients where, for example, they get their little fix, you know, like they finally, their body's doing better, they're like getting better in life, getting great results and all hyped up. And then it's more like they go back into their old habits, which means abusing their body, drinking, doing all this nice stuff, going into scamming people or something. And they're like, hey, Akvile, it's been a few months and your shit doesn't work. And I'm like, well, how's your lifestyle? What have you been doing and stuff? So it's like, depends on your expectations as well, I guess. Okay, Vic Wawa is asking, is there any chance to know what is Jesus' status on the Earth side? Is he ET or Archon? Yeah, that's pretty much like the Jesus, is he an ET, Archon, or someone else on the other side? So, there's a lot of variations. It really depends on who we tune in, because there's more than one being call themselves Jesus, and to know which one is original is basically, we just have the name, come up with a name, and there's plenty of beings pretending to be it. And a lot of times, when I'm doing these sessions, like what I'm finding out is there's like all these, let's say, beings that we call like gods and stuff. It's basically like a little figure that when you keep like sort of like looking at the bigger picture of who's above them, it's more like it's like all these deities, religious people and stuff, and then we have someone we worship and all. And at the top of them all, it's kind of like this ET, more like ghoulish being. It's like 8 arms, the whole head is kind of like a skeleton, imagine like a golf ball, but with every little bump or dent the golf ball will have, it's basically like tons of eyes, and this creepy being is kind of like a spiral looking thing. And easy way, like basically whenever someone prays, it's kind of like this being will suck up all this energy, connect to people, really kind of like take over, suck all the energy and basically feed off from that and just mess with everyone they can. So who's Jesus? There's like lots of answers because there's lots of variations. There's ET Jesus, there's like a human Jesus, there's tons. And on the other side, there's plenty of them, so can't really give you like one answer because there's just too many. Okay, we're gonna take over this little thing.
Access granted.
But then again, like as I'm talking, you know, feel free to, I don't know, like work on trying to get out of body, doing actual projection, because then you can actually get out and see for yourself. But then once you find information, be sure that you don't only like trust the first source, but look for a bit more, because a lot of times DCTs, they know what we're looking for. They know that we want to find specific information, and they're gonna show us something that we're gonna believe. For example, I might do a session, and this like ET will know like, oh, they're gonna look at the 20 and back thing. We don't want them to find certain stuff. So what the ETs will do, they're gonna show this kind of scenario that's like, oh, damn, like it looks like a thing. And I find limitation stuff. And the thing is, they're pointing out the real stuff, but just a little bit of it. And I ended up doing a session, and like, hey, like this whole time I was not seeing the real deal because they sort of like hid behind it. It's kind of like giving me a projection, like this hologram, real as can be, and just like trying to distract me while they basically, haha, we gotta hide and actually do some stuff. So there are like lots of those variations, and you know, once you learn how to look for stuff out there, it's really good to be aware of these possible troubles where they try to deceive you, giving some information that you might believe in. And just basically, once you find something, just sort of like double check it with other scenarios, ask if it's the real thing, or there's something behind it, and you might find everything you need to look for. So I'm just fucking around hacking and just trying to get some experience points before we go do some missions. It's like, who is interested in that bullshit? Okay, Demonic Dicky 99 is asking, do you need an active third eye in order to see your out of body, or does it matter? Having a third eye open is helpful, but it is not a thing. People can have their third eye completely closed and still get out of body and still see things. It's just more like additional thing that will improve your clairvoyance and, you know, your visuals, like having like more clarity, but it is not the major aspect that will help you get out of body and see everything. It's more like you can work on your beliefs. You can like do simple drills like every day, like for example, look at your hands and just pay attention to every single line. Like open up the book and pay attention to all the letters. And so like in your dream states, if you get a bit more vivid and like you can sort of like lucid and can control your dream a little bit, just spend time sitting down and looking at the grass, looking at the details. Because then once you're paying attention to the details, you're becoming more aware of them, more awake, and depending on how aware you are, you can shift from lucid into out of body, into the astral, and see all the details. And this whole thing about like third eye open or closed doesn't matter. It's kind of like just like a bonus thing, but not something that will really impact your life. As in like getting out of body part. It's funny, John, we're talking about like privacy when we get out of body and stuff, and here I am in the office sneaking and reading everyone else's emails. Pretty interesting. It's kind of neural hub. Imagine getting a little implant in your head, and then you can sort of like listen to Spotify and YouTube just without doing anything. It's basically the implant is in your head, and you're just do walking on the street. You hear the music, chilling. It's all great. Someone calls you, and you just basically wink, and you pick up the call. Hi, buddy. What's up? So they're like really trying to push these technologies slowly, but surely trying to get our attention, like, yeah, it's a good idea, pick it up. Like, who's getting the newest iPhone? And why? By the way, while I'm just chilling here, hacking PCs and stuff, have you seen any, I don't know, movies, recent shows, books, videos, animes, games that has self-disclosure in it, that has some really good info and stuff? Asking for a friend, you know, kidding. Yeah, it's like really good to see that there's some self-disclosure going on, and you know people are getting something out of it. Wait, can get it. This one, like on my free time, I'm working on translations. I'm like translating anime, like different projects and stuff. Like it's been my hobby for like 6 years. Doing it every day and stuff. And there's this new project called Fire Force. It's basically like literally like a guy's in Fire Force, and there's like natural or like more like human combustion. Like people just get on fire out of the blue and stuff. And they show like how there's this like secret society trying to mess with people, burn them all, and like pretty much like kill everyone and take over the government. Like they're within like, so basically like the whole thing like with the deep state, with people who are just like running their experiments with the whole like Bill Gates thing. It's pretty good watch. This guy's nasty. Alright, let's go see our boss or something. That'll be a thing. I think in the last mission our hostage died, so I'm not gonna get a good review out of this. Okay, Army Potato is asking, what are the biggest problems that prevent out-of-body experience? I think mostly our belief systems. Like a lot of times, you know, you're trying to get out of body.
I'm telling
Oh shit.
you, he might not
Pause.
have put a gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders didn't know about it. He didn't even know his hacker was augmented. He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break? The man broke into my facility and took hostages at him. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force? You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
That's a pretty good story.
You got it.
Alright, we handled the boss thing. How not to fuck up. Okay. Hey, I can run. Yay. By now. Okay, while we're here, I'm gonna scroll down the chat and try to answer questions. There was a question regarding Ubis? Yeah. Finally. Back to it. Okay, so what's the biggest thing that really prevents getting out of body? And I mentioned that this belief systems. For example, you try to get out of body at night, and you do some sort of technique you find online. Yeah, you're gonna try it. You really work on it. Next thing you know, you wake up in the morning, no memories. Like, hey, it didn't work. I can never get out of body. So basically, how you feel about it, like the technique didn't work. You tried it once, and no results. And you basically give up. So one is like sort of like reinstalling the belief that like if you try it, it's not gonna work. And another part is basically getting out of body is something like working out. If you want to build muscle, if you want to, you know, like have abs or like really have biceps and stuff, every single day or every few days you have to work out, eat properly, do some other things, and like you really have to put some work in it. It's not just like you want to have abs and you say have some weight and you're gonna do a workout today and you wake up in the morning, hey, there's no abs, what the fuck, you know? So your reaction to it, how you deal with it, is basically every single day or every days you do the work. Same with out of body. You want results, you have to work every day, every few days, put some work in, keep a dream journal, you know, try it. Because people give up after one try, after a few tries. Like, no consistency. They're gonna try something and basically, oops, okay, it didn't work, bye now. And keep on going to the bad, like back to their habits. So it would help if you had consistency and stuff. And after this chat with this guy, I'm gonna look into, or like sort of like try to
Hey, Jensen, glad to see
mention some other reasons why you might not get out of body.
Like his girlfriend or something.
What's
Hey,
up?
Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know.
Flavian Popa, yeah, I do live in Lithuania right
I
now.
didn't want to do it at first.
Been here
There were
since
good
the
reasons.
summer, like June.
Now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff, and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
Alright.
Alright. Tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Okay. So we have quite a few quests going. This is great. Hey, look. Oh, actually, I see that. So we're gonna go outside. We have a few quests out there, and as I'm playing the game, I'm gonna answer more questions. I am Yahweh is asking, have you ever interacted with the Anunaki, and what did you look like in terms of shape and color? So there's like various groups of Anunnaki. For example, people think of like Anunnaki human, Anunnaki reptilian, and that's usually where it ends. The thing is, I found like, you know, like, well, Anunnaki canine is also like in a picture, but all of these races we have is kind of like, imagine the giants with more knowledge, with more awareness, with more abilities. And what they do is they make hybrids.
Adam.
We're gonna have more story here. But basically they make hybrids, and if we know, for example, tortoise beings or mantis and stuff, arachnids, they can make Anunnaki anything. Like it's in like giants with more conscience, with more abilities and stuff. So there's like various races that have been there from before that we might not be aware of. And I'm gonna get back to you after we listen to this whole thing.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I never asked for this.
Yeah, there we
They
go.
say they saved me, but I'm not sure saved is the right word.
I understand your anger. I wouldn't take too kindly to people making that kind of decision for me, either. But that being said, I, for one, am glad that you're still among us.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course.
You
I'm
need my
sorry.
service.
I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies.
You think?
And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more.
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened.
This thing is so
You're not
true.
the same,
Like
Adam.
I'm going sideways from answering questions, but like just listening to the story. It happens every day in this life. There are stories about like cops who've been in this, like, let's say Disney worlds. And Disney worlds I know for children disappearing,
Never got a
being
chance to
kidnapped and
investigate the attack
raped and stuff
myself.
like that. So this cop finds this like secret entrance in one of the Disney buildings, basically keeps on going.
The first thing
And
I need to do is meet with this
it's kind of like
Chase.
maintenance rooms, but the more he keeps on going,
Part-time as a
he
security
finds kind of like Illuminati floor, you know, like the tiles like black and white and like this whole Masonic thing in the middle.
Why does
and
a detective need to work
Gets caught
part-time
up,
as a security
killed.
guard?
There's another guy from FBI who his whole life is basically like gets calls that you're like, hey, you need to pick up cases. There's like a lot of people dying and getting these issues, and he's like not really doing anything until the end of career. But after he retires, more like, all right, well, he can answer questions and try to help other people. So he takes up the case of more like again like Illuminati disappearing children and like all of these things. Ends up being killed, like gets a heart attack out of the blue with great health. Go figure. So there's a lot of these things where the government will handle things their own way and suppress information. Speaking of which, have you, any of you, had anything like it? Like had your relatives going through something or you yourself? And then next thing you know, like no one's helping, but you know there's just like something behind it and all. That being said, coming back to the thing about the Anunnakis. So with their looks, there's different ones. Like Anunnakis are tall, 17 feet, 16, 9 feet. Like there's like different like heights. Some of them are more like human. So really like, if you've seen more like those giant skeletons on Earth, like with some videos on YouTube, it's pretty much like the old thing. Pretty much like them. But at the same time, it's like these giants, like as the intelligence goes, like smart. Some of them like again like hairs. Some of them like have like long hair. Like I don't know, like you can actually look at the Attack on Titan. That would be like quite an example. As funny as it looks with those Titans running around naked and stuff, it's pretty much like you can look at it. Titans on Earth, like it's in like Anunnaki humans living on Earth, and then the ETs come over and take over and basically blast everyone and stuff. And some of us like can watch those stories with the Goliath and David or other things, and we relate to this because in our past lives we've been the giants and we've been the small ones and we've been killed and we were killing others. So there's a lot of these things. Anunnaki reptilians. Again, giant. Some of most of them, the one I've seen with the reptilians, they have this like longer schnoz, awesome strength. Like they can literally like lift up massive objects, break anything and stuff. Anunnaki mixed like reptilian and human, kind of hybrid. Well, that's what you look at like as a Satan. It's pretty much like Marduk, what we call that being, is that stuff. So yeah, sort of like demonic looking beings. There's lots of variations. Yay, limb clinic.
Mr.
Yay.
Jensen, David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be on neuropozyne shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name. Thus thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuroenhancements would always be available to you and you alone.
Okay.
Please, take a look.
It's really interesting, because like he's kind of like the only human who has immunity for it, and basically it's kind of like the cure or something. Okay, 5,000. Do we have? Oh yeah, we have the money. Yay. Can we sell stuff? Nope.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
I'm gonna scroll the chat, because I've sort of like... Oh wow, you people have been talking a lot. My chat is like still at the top, like I was like sort of like catching up with your questions. So yeah, let's see where they drop you off. Okay, so John West, question number 3. Some people think karmic energy is stored somewhere in or around us. When you look at that being, where is the karmic energy stored, and how would it look like? I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, so karmic energy. For me, it's more like I'm seeing it not as the energy, but more like imprints. For example, the way I see past lives is like you can actually see the movie reel or roll. Back in the old days where they had like the whole roll of or reel of the movie, and frame by frame you watch it. So for me, each frame is a past life I can access, and the whole roll is basically a person, and or like reel. Is it reel or roll? Probably movie reel. Anyway, you probably get my point. So like I'm looking at each like frame and like okay, here's the thing, and in each past life, each like frame will be a past life of a person, and there's just one person. And I'm looking for specific like things like incidents regarding some relationships, or some other times person got hurt, like depending on what kind of issue it is. It's very important to track very specifically, because otherwise you're gonna go all over the place, and if you don't get to the origins, it's not gonna clear up. But it's more like the imprint, like this, let's say kind of like a line on the past life that has more weight on it, so to speak. But instead of that kind of like weight, it's more like how to say it? It affects your life, stops you, like puts limits on you, like you have more ways to react to things to get triggered and stuff. So yeah, I'll let David finish talking, David Sarish, and then I can focus on the answering questions. Whoops, how do we hide that? Okay. So the karmic energy, I would see that as a line on the whole reel, and then I would pretty much like look at specific incidents and try to redo any kind of damage done. If the person has gone through some limitations, beliefs, and stuff like that, I would pretty much like take it all apart, and that would clear things up. Not go where? Oh wait, they're not good. Oh, okay, let me go there. So they're more willing to shoot me. Wait, okay. Yeah. Think that, buddy. These guys were really hostile when I came in. So just in case, I'm gonna knock them out and hide the evidence. Come here, buddy. This is gonna break his body. I hope he doesn't wake up and hit his head here. Alright, so I'm getting myself into trouble, but why not?
There's something going on here. Better stay alert.
Odie, it's a great question, like, regarding how advanced would we be if it wasn't for all these, like, dark ages. For example, a lot of people in science say, like, if it wasn't for the war, we would have not advanced. And I don't know, it's like 50-50. We're mainly advancing in the war, or let's say, well, there's technology of, like, science and, like, information and stuff, but like, some of the ETs, they do show up often. Like, the whole Black Plague, it's just like ETs coming off and spraying shit and trying to kill off humanity. And there is no, well, let me think about us, let us, like, take over and stuff. You're like, no, just come on, test out your stuff, kill off humanity, because why not? So we had a lot of ETs coming on back then, and I don't know, like, where people would have made, like, it's gonna break his fucking leg. Whether people would have made contact or not, it's a thing. It's pretty much like philosophical. Like, Rich! You could get him talking about a subject. Uh-oh. Catch it. Oh, shit. Okay. Oopsie. I used up my energy bar. But all the gangsters are gone, so to speak, so it's cleared. Yay. Okay. No more issues here. Hey you, like, I think you're amazing. Like, being open and honest and, like, sharing your feelings, it takes a whole lot of guts, and I think it's great you're doing it. Like, I can totally respect that, because, like, there are times when we want to do something, but we just feel like, you know, just can't say it. Like, I want it, but... You know, so people hesitate on that a lot, and if you're not, you're awesome. And I think we also got some upgrades. What do we have? 4 praxis. Level 3 or 4. I can use 2 on these. Should I? Should I not? If anyone played Deus Ex here, what should I level up? Persuading people, that would be good. 2. I like getting the hacking skill because I can access more stuff, so maybe I'll keep 2 just in case. Fails to hack. Let's see. 70, 100. Nuke this one. I'm focusing on hacking, so I can make it. Can I?
Access denied.
Fuck. How many more tries I have? Okay, this is locked down. Shit. So I'm gonna scroll down through the questions. Hi Crystal Dragon, so good to see you here. So you're wondering if I was ever practicing working with the elemental energies, and you've been able to put your hand in fire for a while, make the wind blow, back and with the energy and pineal breaking. I think that's awesome. I used to do that like a few years ago, like practicing like the whole side wheel and basically with the water and fire. Like I used to like meditate a lot, so like putting up the candle and just like focus on and like having the flame move at a certain directions or get bigger or smaller. That'd be like a little bit of a thing. I didn't give it that much of the attention, just a little bit, so can't say that much with it. But I definitely like did try it. I kind of wasted 2 of these things, like 2 nukes. Maybe I should save and like reload just in case, because I don't want to waste that little thing. Here, let's see what happens. Gonna nuke the first one and just go right at it.
Access granted.
Okay, so what do we get? That's it? Oh wait, okay, we can jump here. Oh, just experience. Okay, well, ow. Wait. Hey, there we go. Thank you. It's a good tip. Full inventory. Wait, can I drop something? I think I have like a beer or something. Well, that would be enough space though. Assuming that reloading the gun will help, but not really. I don't have revolver. Ah, I can come here later. Surprise, motherfucker!
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips.
Let's sell some stuff. So I'm not using, well, I do assume that I'll have to use these. Stun gun. Not selling. Alright, just in case. Okay, so almost done with this, and I'll get back to talking to people. Okay, let's see more questions. Okay, question number 4 by John West. In the past, you talked about Eltron rays. What could be some of the reasons why Eltrons have failed to pull a being out of body? I have noticed a few people trying with not much luck. So being pulled out of body has a lot to do whether you remember the experience or not. For example, they can pull you out of body. You can walk around. You can experience some of the stuff. I'm just gonna get the weapon. But for example, you are done with the experience, and some other ETs, like for example, Eltrons are done, and they might pull you out, but they might not guide you all the time. For example, you're out, you're in the surroundings, you're like maybe in the safe place, but they're not gonna babysit you all the time. So it's more like, hey, that night. Really, still need to drop something. Fuck it, later. So there's part of the memory thing. There's part of like being mind-wiped by other ETs or being pushed back into the body. And then, how well do you remember your dreams? How much are you practicing on your own? Because that's also part, because it's people that don't practice remembering stuff will have a harder time. But again, like 50-50.
Hello there. Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists. It felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers.
Go figure.
People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Basically like
Sure,
the Epstein
have
case.
something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence.
That's some good self-disclosure.
Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Yeah, we're good.
That's all I need for now.
Alright, so I want to answer Ichtu regarding the tensor rings, but also John West, like, as I was just listening to this guy talk and stuff, I sort of like put the message out there to the Eltrons asking like, hey, why are some people having trouble getting out of the body when you pull them out, or like, you know, like remembering things? And one thing they sort of like brought up to me is when they pull people out of body, it's kind of like there's the third party putting like this kind of like construct. It's kind of like pitch black box, and sort of like pushing, like pulling them out of the way and trapping a person that got out. And now the person is like sort of like trapped in this black construct. It's pretty much like pitch black, you're out of body, but we don't see anything, and it appears like, hey, I'm not out of body because, you know, it's pitch black. And that may be one of the reasons, like, at least that's like what sort of got me while asking them the questions, so that helps, yay. Okay, we got a fridge, too heavy to lift. That's a nice apartment. Looks suspicious. Is there a quick save? Yeah, I think so. I don't want to go into the apartment and blowing myself up, stepping on a wire or something. Okay, so Ichtu, regarding the tensor rings, I can't say yes. I have to look up on Google because I don't know if it's my English, but I don't know what it is. But as a label, I might have seen it, I might have experienced, but like I never put a label or read about it. So if I look up on Google and it has anything about it, then I can tell you. That sucks, like my English, I need to get better at it. Okay, so like right now I'm looking at the tensor rings, and some people have tensor rings, energy generator, and stuff like that. So personally, I have not used it as a physical thing, but when people talk about it, kind of like Merkaba and stuff like that, I've seen stuff like that, like kind of like, think of an apple, and there's this like, you know, you go in like that away and that away. So yeah, so the energy going like that. I've seen those, but as a physical thing, I haven't really interacted with it much. And I'm gonna scroll down to the questions. Like, I'm still at the very top, I think. So sorry about that. Okay, you're asking which clients confess to me regarding what they feel, and have there ever been any females, and who's the most recent? Yeah, there have been a few guys, a few females. I actually feel really bad when I have to say, you know, like, I'm not into it. I don't know, like, there was like this girl. She's really nice, really pretty, smart. Everything about her is like awesome. It's just that like I'm like, uh-oh, what do I do now? So I don't know, like, I haven't had these situations like in school. I never experienced these things because I wasn't like, I was pretty much like by myself and like didn't really care. But now I'm like, what do I do? Like, people have gone through these decisions in school so early, and I'm like, uh-oh. So I don't know, like, I don't know how to feel about these things. But yeah, there have been like quite a few people recently. When I think about it. Yeah, recently there was just like one guy about 2 weeks ago. I think so. But yeah. So back to more questions. Starseed you, I'm really glad you're curious today. Like, that's a good thing. Flavian Popple will get rid of the Corolla in 2021. If you get on the right timeline, yes. Otherwise, it's pretty fucked up. I don't know, like, with this thing, I looked into it at the very beginning, how it all works, what's going on, and then I'm pretty much like, was like, break time. People get involved with this fighting for the whole humanity and stuff, but at the bigger picture, it's really hard to win stuff. You know, you have to really get involved in the protests and really fighting for it, because just one simple action like, hey, I voted, and not much happens because there's the third party controlling stuff like that. I think like it's the best to work on ourselves, like our abilities, how we're doing every single day, anything like it. So to answer your question, Flavian, I don't know. I really don't know.
Access granted.
Got it. These lines of the floor to me kind of look like wire trips, so I'm afraid to step on it and explode. Wait, now we got some money. Someone's drinking booze. Alright, looks clear. Uh-oh. Acting too early.
Access granted.
Right. Alright. Nothing under the desk. Whoops. Hey, energy bar. Awesome. Oh, Okay then. I'm just sort of exploring to get experience points if possible. Wait, we're probably gonna be at the bottom? Nope. Right. Hi Celtics. Wow, you're from Wales. That's awesome. Okay, so you're asking like, how can we remove negative entities? The best part is to try to spot them. Think of entities as little cockroaches. They're afraid of life. They are afraid of light, and your awareness is like that light that will make them run away. So, when you think about entities, you have to reflect on how do you know you're being messed by the entities, and then how are they messing with you? Like your emotions being messed with, your feeling states. You might feel like more aggravated, like angry, pissed off, depressed. All those emotions that might get stirred up or sort of like amplified if you're getting any like negative actions or like events in life, and like basically follow like, yeah, that's from like entities and stuff. If you know these things, then identifying, like putting a label on these entities to sort of simplify them, because there's like millions around us all the time. They jump from us to from different people, and you can catch them every single day. Like there's like lots of variations on these entities, and let's say you're feeling aggravated, but you have all these other feelings. So take your time, focus on one little thing at a time. Okay, I might have an entity cluster of these, let's say, aggravated, anxious, headache entities. Okay, let's say entities that cause the headache. Where is it exactly? So you look it on your head, like, oh, okay, I have the headache, right here, like right here. So you focus on this little place, and basically you can talk to them. Okay, so all the entities that causes me headache right here. Hello, I'm here talking to you. And these entities are like, fuck, what happens? And like basically they listen to you, they're aware. And that conversation can be fully telepathic, you can talk to them out loud. Choose the way that is best for you. But as you're talking, I'm gonna code when I'm done explaining. As you're talking, basically, you can either do the whole thing or simply by talking, like, okay, so now you put a label, entities that cause your headache right here on the head. You tell them, like, who's your leader? You have to find the head, because like there's a whole pyramid, everyone else is a minion, the one on top controls the whole cluster that causes the headache. So basically, call me the leader, and basically we're gonna feel some emotion, or you might have this kind of like idea, I'm here, or you will sort of just like know that it's there. And once you sort of like are aware that the leader is here listening to you, you basically have few choices. Some of these entities come to your place thinking that they're helping, and whatever they're doing later, like, hey, they're gonna teach you a lesson or something, or like whatever. They have their own goals and stuff. They have orders from other beings. So you can handle them with love, with understanding, with care, or simply send them off, and you can actually acknowledge like, hey, thank you for being here with me and trying to cause the headache, but I really don't need you right now, so you're free, your mission is done, you did your headache, and now I have it, thank you, but you're free to go, so please go away. And this headache might just go away. Other times you can sort of like focus like, okay, they're causing the headache, they're not leaving, what do I do? And you basically think about this cluster, and if you're vacuuming your house at any time, think about like vacuum. So there's a galactic vacuum, like basically like vortex energy that's gonna suck up all these entities. And as you focus on this one specific cluster, being very specific about what it is, having a label and stuff, you imagine this vortex energy sucking them all of your space, and then you're clear. So that would be one of the ways to deal with it as well. I'm trying to think of something else. Sometimes this whole hierarchy goes way up. For example, like these little entities are causing you the headache, but you're like, who's above you? You're talking to a leader, like, okay, who's ordering you to cause me the headache? And they point a finger, and you might get the first idea: small grays, tall grays, humans, 20 and back, like secret space program, reptilians. And the first thing that comes to your mind, the first thing that you get is like, go with that, and you might get just like, oh, grays are trying to cause me the headache. Okay, and so just a little image pops up to your head, like, oh, there's a little spaceship there, like they're boom, pushing the buttons and trying to use their energy weapons, like trying to cause you all these feelings. And so you don't have to get out of body or have all these superpowers because your imagination is your superpower. So you feel like, okay, I just like saw this like little flash of a spaceship with a like grace, and you imagine the spaceship like and your headache goes away. So that's the magic. So literally use your imagination if you can. If you can't sort of see it and visualize it, think about it, but you can talk to these entities. You can be their life coach. Sometimes these entities, they're fucked up by their higher ups. For example, they get threatened by reptilians and saying, if you don't do this, then you're dead or something like that. So they have to mess with us. And if you can help these entities, like for example, hey, I know you don't want to do this, you're being forced, I understand that. And you can create a world for them. You can create a place where they can go and basically give them freedom. Make sure that like they will not be followed, they will not be hunted, and they will leave your space if you sort of like reassure that they're not gonna be fucked. It's basically like you're being a cop and you're trying to get out of this like massive job, and you know, basically you're getting like, okay, this bad guy like from mafia ain't gonna kill you if you let him go. And you're like, okay, he's not gonna touch your family, and you're like, you're free to go, you have the pass, I'm a cop, but I'm not gonna arrest you because other things. And so he goes away, disappears completely, but your family is safe and you're done. So kind of like that, like, you know, like just be the life coach, you can talk to them, you can, you know, like sort of give them safety and stuff. Lots of ways to deal with them. So hopefully you can use any of it. And speaking of which, Celtics, what kind of entity issues you have? Like, do you notice like any aches in the body? How are you dealing with it all? Like thoughts, emotions, feelings, what is it? Oh shit. That was a setup.
What? You just cut me off? Time to unload.
Time to sleep, mate. Okay, so we're gonna drag him on the bed. Oops. Well, almost. He's all augmented, if you look at his head. Well, I'm not good at putting people to sleep. There we go. Looks almost real, right? That was a good job. Okay, so more attention to the chat. Okay, so you want Eltrons to help you with earwax. Some of these issues, like, although it's really fun getting help from other beings, but it's more like, I want to get rich, so people come on and help me. Like, I want some ETs to give me money or help me win the lottery and stuff. You have to buy lottery tickets at first. You know, so like I think like using like some home remedies, like for example like olive oil, to get a whole like just like a few drops into your ear, to get like it's kind of like smoosh, and then like, you know, use the warm water to sort of like squish into it if you have any tools. If you don't, go see someone who can actually help you out with that. If you don't like that, you can try contacting some ETs trying to help you on that, but like it's, I don't know, like sometimes I think it's really good if we take some actions ourselves.
Access granted.
Fancy. Okay. 1029. I know the code, but I do want to get the experience points, so we'll see. Oh damn. This seems like more difficult. Uh-oh. Can we make it?
Access granted.
Uh-huh. That's what I was looking for the whole game. Okay. I didn't die. Okay, let's see. Twilight Zone series has good disclosure. That's good to know. Mandaka Magica has good self-disclosure. Census. That's good to know. Yeah, OD, I'm totally with you with not liking the tech within us. It's like... What was it recent announcement that like they're gonna have like mandatory vaccines in America or something like it? Like I haven't looked too much into it, but that's messed up. So okay, and I'm gonna scroll the chat a bit more. Akira for the first time. Yeah, Akira's a really good movie. That's definitely like, I'm really glad you watched it. Man, the High Castle kind of reflects the current events. Good to know. Celtex, yeah, you're definitely right. We can totally focus on the worldwide change. But the thing about it, like, imagine 7 billion beings have the ability to affect the world with our thoughts, with our energy. And the more people watch the news with what is going on in the world, and you hear about like, oh, we have like a virus, there's like all these riots going on, like all the negative news 24/7. The more people focus on the negative, their focus is on the bad stuff, they're emotional about it, and they help them to create it. So if we can focus on what is going on, but actually like while being aware, we make a decision that like, okay, I'm gonna create a whole different life. There's like some upgrades I'm seeing and I want to get them. If the whole world, or like if a lot of people focused on, let's say, we know that this thing is going on, but in my universe, people are healthy, there is no more government, the archons don't have control over humanity, and we basically focus on the consequences or like the life we want to have, that stuff is gonna happen. So like I think it's really, really important for us to work on ourselves and focus on the stuff we want to experience, because that will be what's gonna happen. And like the more people focus on wanted reality, then you have all the chances. Okay, this guy has lots of goodies. Oh, hello. Wait, I have a shotgun. Is that a combat rifle? Oh, that's a shotgun. Okay, so I have 2 shotguns. Huh. Can I get the bigger inventory? Yes, please. Wait, do I have 2 of them now? Or just more ammo? Okay, just more ammo. Fine. That'll work. Okay, back to the questions. Okay, so the question, like, did Rich move in with me, or is he taking another vacation? He's pretty much, like, moving in, like, we just recently got him a residency here in Lithuania, so he's taking a break from America and enjoying his time here away from all the control and stuff. Wait, was I going up or down? I forgot. Okay, this is open, so it probably was going down. We'll see. Yeah, I was going up. That's a lot of stairs. Yeah, that was a setup. Well, I can probably go here. Because why not? I can't jump there yet, so screwed. I'm looking at the chat. I'm gonna stop it and scroll down more. I have a lot of catching up to do. Uh-oh, I lost it. No. Wait, I have to scroll up again because I just like tried to like, can I scroll down a little bit to see how much I've missed? And I got to the whole bottom, so like now I'm going up. It's really good to see you guys talking. It's like a lot of chatting and stuff. That's awesome. I'm just reading you talking to each other. OD, you, the real Yoda. Pokemon Showdown, we're gonna have to get it. Internet Animal, hello. Zachary Tag. Good to see you. Yeah, nice to see me shooting people again. Haha! Here we go. The real side of Dick Villa, huh? Not helping but killing people. Heck yeah. Any plans on visiting US again? Probably. Like, I like traveling. It's just that like right now there's a situation where if you go anywhere you have to quarantine yourself for a few weeks and stuff like that. If I get any chances, sure, why not? Like I'm all open to this, but right now I'm really comfy in Lithuania. But either way, if there's a chance, I'm probably in. Okay. Can we hit the ball? Wait. You know, it's really important to like stop the whole game for this. Where's the ball? Almost. It did went in, but it went back. Come on. Did it count or not really? Fuck you. Five. Oh, okay. Can we level up that much? We have 1 point. I'm gonna save it just in case. So we have a few quests. One is over there. The other ones are there. Where do we go? Okay, I am Yahweh is asking, is it true that some people, like celebrities, have made a deal with the devil, and who or what is the devil? Yeah, the devil, you can think of it like as Marduk. Like, the pictures you see are pretty much like on point. But it's just kind of like one entity with creepy looks, kind of like a hybrid of a human and a, you know, reptilian and a bit of goat, like whatever you can imagine. Like, they shapeshift, they take lots of forms, but this being is basically willing to sort of like play on fucking with people. There's no stuff and getting something. Pretty much like on Earth, yeah, sure, on an official level you like get the money and stuff like that, but it's easy enough. But it's really a great way to fuck over yourself. Like all these soul traps is one of the ways to like lose it. So there's like lots of people who have done it, not just celebrities, but like simple people who just like want to get something out of it. They fool around. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna, like someone sold their soul out to the devil, so I'm like gonna fool around. They wrote a thing like, yay, I sold myself to the devil, agree, blah blah blah, and next thing you know, they're all fucked up. So it happens a lot. I have quite a few clients who've done that, and now their whole life is really in shambles, and they're really trying to get things together, but it's a hard case.
I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it. You think everyone gets augmented by choice? No. Shit happens. And then what? You're saddled with neuropozyne injections for the rest of your life. And that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug, you'll die. Rejection syndrome, crippling pain. That just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting for you in your apartment earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
Okay.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
Yeah, sure. Wait, have I done it?
Look,
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna scroll the chat again and see what you people are talking about. Zach, thank you, I got your email. I'm gonna get back to you probably tomorrow morning. Yeah, just like, it's so weird that people actually like my smile and stuff. I used to have, like, lots of compliments, like, I would never smile and show my teeth, because I'm like, oh, I have crooked teeth, and, like, that's where it ends, but, like, I'm finally sort of, like, listening to Gary Vee, he's really helping me out, like, because of him, I was actually able to achieve a lot of goals. Like, right now, I have the website where I translate anime, and I just like, me and my team, we've grown the community up to 10,000 people in Lithuania. It's like fan subbing and just like really translating and dropping it out there, having people wait for you. And for me, it's like a great hobby, a way to learn English and just get better at talking and doing something I like I like anime and stuff. So with all that, like recently, I've been listening to Gary Vee, and he's just like teaching ways of how to ask for stuff and not be afraid of it, and like what Starseed U is doing, like being honest and just asking these questions, it's totally respectable, because you just get the answer, yes or yes, no or no. You'll know what to do after that, and just get over with it. But it helps a lot, and for me, like I was like, okay, so I have 10,000 people. What do I do? Like, you know, like I just want to make it bigger, do something about it, and I bought tons of stuff for my community, like why not? It's time to show off. Where is it? Like, holy shit. Come here. So I bought like tons of these. Like I'm slowly investing my money. Like, Aquila, where do you spend the money you get from sessions we do with you? I just bought this massive box, or like, not massive. I'm buying stickers and other stuff. It's like ever seen JoJo? We have JoJo. We have. This is like from Danmachi. Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Haikyuu. Naruto. So I'm buying stickers and other goodies, and what I'm doing is like basically for people I'm working with, the simple viewers, like they just watch anime, and I do contests like trivia things. Like I think up to, let's say I thought up to 1600 questions from anime and Japanese culture and stuff. If they answer, they score points, and the top 3 of the week that score points gets stickers and stuff. So like various contests, and now like I've been working with the Comic-Con. So if you've heard about these guys that like, you know, like kind of like, well, you probably have this like events in America and stuff, who's like much bigger, but we have Comic-Con Baltics. It's been like in Lithuania for like about 3 years, I think. It's a big deal here because we've never had anything like it before, all the geeky stuff. I write to them saying that like, hey, I'm gonna do a commercial, if this and this and this. They give me tickets to my whole team, and we basically give away some of the tickets to people. We go there ourselves, we give like sort of like ads to people and stuff. So it's like part of it all. And it's really fun. And recently, I think like just yesterday, I wrote to this company. Like I was watching a video in Lithuanian by this guy called Vaidotas, and basically it's kind of like a guy making parodies or like his own comedies and stuff. And I was like, hey, kind of like funny. And I'm seeing like he's doing an ad with this kind of like new chips company. Basically new guys doing their own stuff, kind of like gluten-free, no additives, kind of like trying to make it more normal and not fucked up by the government, like sort of like separate from all these like brands and stuff. And I'm like, okay. I wrote to them asking like, hey, I'm gonna do a commercial for you if you give me a pack of chips so that I could get away and stuff. So this lady writes me back today. She's gonna send me 3 boxes, and I'm gonna do lots of giveaways. And I think like instead of giving the whole box, I might just give it away to tons of people, like 1 bag plus some stickers and stuff. So I'm just like doing little things that I enjoy, kind of like getting close to my community and stuff. For me, it's like really fun. If I could, I love giving everything away. If I didn't had a thing with like survival, I would love to give tons of sessions away and just spend all the time working with you people, helping you and stuff. And for me, it's fun. Everything I can do to give people and just do something for you, it's so fun. And just like having a hobby that is actually finally becoming bigger than that. It's not just like, hey, I'm just translating. No, it's like having a community of people of like-minded, interested in anime and stuff. I'm writing like articles and creating contests, and it's just taking off. I love it. So yeah, so that's like one little thing that I was doing. So when we're talking about like I just like saw a comment where it do like say like you like my smile, and it just like it's amazing. And I'm just like finally breaking out in life where I can do something I like and just be happy, and like dropping all of these self issues with how I look. I'm bringing back the Gary Vee again. He had this like part of like a 8 Mile movie with Eminem, saying in the last battle like Eminem basically wins because all of our secrets we try to hold is the kind of poison. Like I'm trying to hide my crooked teeth and my looks that I might not like and stuff. And like my first video I ever did on YouTube was spilling the beans, which means I'm gonna tell everything I don't like about myself. Just drop it out there. Everyone knows all these secrets about me. I'm free, because there is nothing to sort of like hang on to anymore and be afraid of. Like everyone knows the truth. Everyone knows what I'm like, and boom, it's freedom. So with you being able to express yourself and tell what you think and all that, it's amazing. It's really respectable, and I'm just happy that I can deal with myself and actually have the emotions and show my smile, even if it's not the best, but I accept it. I like myself enough. So yeah, I don't know, I just wanted to put it out there. The real Yoda is asking, when does the stream end? I don't know when I decide to. Like, I haven't decided of the time. It's like 11 p.m. right now. I've probably been on for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm enjoying myself. I'm not tired yet, so I'm gonna play the game, talk to you more. We have 22 viewers. I'm up for it, so yeah, I don't know, like we're gonna keep on going until I say, when's the time? So I'm gonna scroll down the question list and yeah, just gonna look at what you're saying. There's a lot of people talking it up. That's awesome. Okay. Okay, so John was asking, when doing a session, the spirit guides or people ourselves contact you to tell you not to share stuff with the person because it would interfere with their path? If so, do you listen to them? Yes, sometimes I've had a few cases where I'm doing a session and there's like another aspect of them appearing, or even like their relatives. Like I've had like I was doing a session on a person and his mother shows up. Like she passed away a while ago, but she's like, hey, I want you to give a message on him, and also there's a few things that I would not want you to look into. It's more like personal, and yeah, like that was like totally fine. Like I'm just like dealing with issues that they sort of like direct me to, and not like I'm like peeking at something. So it's always like a mutual respect. People trust me with sharing their story. I'm trusting them with doing everything I can to help them out, but not actually like, you know, like people might do some nasty stuff, and I'm not there to blackmail or like look at all the stuff and like, hey, you're a bad person. Like, no, we've all done shit. Especially like, look at in this life about like good and bad, but it's not like it. It's just like mixed up beliefs and stuff. Okay, so I need like kind of like a super jump, I guess, because there's. Oh, actually, I probably could go in the sewers. And then there's these guys. So there's a few missions we have. We need to solve the case of Megan Reed, of like Megan's mom case, and then there's a friend whose case we need to take care of, and also going to this like police place. So I'm just like sort of like doing side quests. I'm just gonna fuck around, see what happens. Hey Ricky, you like to talk to me? Yeah, send me an email, and I think we can also set up an appointment just to chit-chat, see what's up. It's been a while since we talked, so like I would like to touch bases with you, see what changed, how are you doing and all. It's good to hear from you, buddy. It's actually like I moved away from like doing live sessions. It's like pretty visible, like doing mostly remote work. But I think like once I handle most of the cases, I can finally probably start going back to live sessions again. We'll see. There's like a bit of an overload because like we started selling these dual sessions with me and Rich, and we had like people scheduled for 3 months ahead. So the work we're doing is like, holy cow, like that's a lot. Oh wait, the buddy is close. Okay, wait. Oh, stupid.
What'll it be?
Sell stuff. Shotgun, machine pistol, stun. We don't need stun. Tranquilizer. We don't need crossbow arrows. Bye bye. Stun guards. These I'm keeping. Good. Yeah, if they try to force vaccinations, there's tons of people who are going to be against it, and I'm really glad they are and will be. And I would not be surprised. Like right now, they're pretty much like, hey, cop killed a person, let's fuck them up, you know, like fight for our rights and stuff, and that's really commendable. But if like they force vaccinations, there's going to be blood on the streets, I bet. Wait, so... Oh, these guys, okay, I need to take care of these guys. Shush. Owie. I thought he would go to sleep faster, but whatever. Can I hack this? Like, no, it's gonna be like level 5. Yeah. I need to get in there, I believe. Mine is still at level 4? I probably can get level 5. Let's do it. Can nuke that. Let's see, 60. 1, 2, 3. How many tries do I have? Attempts left, 2 attempts, security rating 5. Ah, fuck. Not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Do I still have a try? One time left. Fuck. Okay. Let's see.
Access granted.
Got it. Uh-huh. Got it. Yay. Gold mine. Okay, let's see, where am I regarding the questions? Alright, I got another question. So John West is asking again, like, are there infinite number of timelines? If so, could a being shift to the timeline they want to see? List the methods and what worked the best for you. Infinite timelines, definitely. No limits. It's totally a thing. How to shift, it's sort of like looking at the possibilities, but the scenario you want to see, you just think about it and sort of like, I want to go there to this scenario specifically. And you're gonna be teleported, so I would say like by that is sort of like easier. Shit.
Access
Okay.
granted.
Inactive. Alright. I'm glad this stuff's done. That's a lot of goodies. I can take most of it, that's good. Sniper, oh, silence, okay, I have it. So, wait, no, I have tranquilizer. Doesn't matter. I got my stuff. I'm happy. You can totally be my best friend forever. I'm up with that. It's actually like, it amazes me that people are sort of like interested in talking to me. Like, I just know. I really, I don't take it for granted, and I really appreciate everyone of you being here with me, just talking, being engaged and stuff. Like, it's really awesome. And then again, like, I guess, like, when it comes to, like, relationships, this world is sort of, like, messed up by the standards. Long time no see. Who's talking? Hello.
Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. You look a little different too, Xander. What's your new gig?
Deep cover. I'm keeping tabs on the derelict row-ballers for now. I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever.
Silent Santos, can we have alerts on Discord for rich videos like the ones we get for me? Totally, like, yeah, I can set you up, I can set up Rich, both his new channel, Rich in the Mood, and Rich 50X, definitely. I'm glad you people are interested and, like, waiting for it, and it's gonna be, like, really good for Rich.
I'm with IA now.
So, thank you for bringing it up. I think I'll do it today. I'll get it set up.
Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear he's got friends in high places.
Okay, and where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't. I need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment, sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player, major consequences. We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
Okay,
Can't let a
let's
guy
do
like
it.
that roam free. I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant, even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
Okay. But we have to be careful how we handle this. It could discredit your investigation.
True, but thing is, Jensen, it's either this or there simply won't be an investigation. You know me, I usually play by the book. Only this time, the bad guy's a friend of the publisher.
Okay.
What about the undercover assignment? Posting as a hitman.
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess.
Alright.
The usual guy just got busted for possession, so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
And you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And what about the witness?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location,
Alright.
you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and
More side
prep
quests.
him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out. One of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
Okay. What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Okay, San Santos, is
Yeah,
it
you need to
important to
get in there
activate the
and track down
DNA
the
and
shipment
can
of
you put it
weapons for me. We managed
with
to gain
intention
access to
alone?
solid information that will tie to O'Malley,
The
but
importance really depends on how you want to
they've probably
do in
stashed
this
it around
life.
somewhere.
You can actually
dealing weapons
work
to
on
a
yourself by
criminal
removing
gang.
agreements, you know,
Not a
like going
great
deeper
picture.
within
Got that
yourself
right.
and finding like
I
more
guess
of the
we both
answers and
agree.
awareness.
Nothing good can come out of
Activating your
this, huh?
DNA is
I don't know where
another
exactly
tool
the
you can
DRB
use to help
are,
yourself,
but
so
I
do
know
it
there's
if
a
you want
bonus
to, but
for
it's
you
not
if
that
you manage to sneak in
that
and
big
out
of a
without
deal.
being spotted.
And yes, you can do it with
Should
the intention
easy to handle on
alone.
my
Simply your imagination works, focusing on details, for example, specific
what am I
things you want in
looking for in
life. Just
O'Malley's
imagine
apartment?
sort of like
Information,
opening up
drugs,
your DNA,
weapons,
turning on buttons where
basically
you have
anything you
abilities,
can use
just
to
turning it
build a
on,
case.
sort of like powering it up, amplifying
The
it,
more you
and
get, the better.
it's gonna work. Just
Okay,
like
let's
it's
do
kind of like
this.
part of like
You
the
can
law
contact
of
me on my info
attraction
link
and
if
also
anything
like
comes up.
using your
Excellent.
creativity to
Oh,
do this
and
thing. But
Jensen,
it's totally
remember,
possible. Same way you
protect my
imagine
cover.
like
It'd be
dark
better if
like
you
bad
only
guys sounded like
contact me again
spaceships
once you've taken
exploding.
care of
You
it.
can actually work on yourself, getting rid of the agreements, entities, like activating your DNA and stuff. Intention is alone. You can visualize it if you can. It's gonna help, but definitely try it out. Starseed U is asking, do I like women in the astral? Yep, I'm totally up for all these possibilities. So I'm like just running around gathering up quests and stuff, and I am not actually playing the game yet, so to speak, like the real missions. I guess I can go into the sewers. I mean, I can just go and talk to them, but we'll see if I can sneak in. Because I'm seeing like sort of like other back doors there. So I just need to see a little sewer thing. I probably miss it, but... Anyway. Oh, and I'm gonna stop in and actually scroll down a little bit more. Okay, I need to make a video about how my other parts can help other people with their issues. That's a really good idea. Like, I have other aspects who are out there working their ass off, and I'm pretty sure they can actually focus on helping others. Okay, Starseed, like, when it comes to the pain, I feel like you're having the headache and also, like, the chest ache and stuff, but you might tell me the more details, or, like, you actually told me a lot. One thing you can do, let's say you're feeling pain somewhere in the body, and, like, it's pretty dominant. For example, I used to do this when I had, like, period cramps, so it's really bad. But what I do, like, it's like, I have the cramps at my stomach area, but I take my arm like this, and I'm gonna squeeze my hand right here, and kind of strong, like, I'm just gonna squeeze it. I just cracked my wrist, but anyway, I'm gonna squeeze my arm, and when I squeeze it, I know I have the pain, but I focus my all attention on my wrist, and I'm just, like, squeezing it tight. Focus on your wrist, focus on your wrist, and basically breathe in, take a pause, breathe out, and you're, like, squeezing part of your body. You breathe, you focus, let go. Squeeze another part of your body. You breathe, you focus, let go. But basically, your full focus goes on one part of the body. You can do it on your fingers. You can do it on your wrist. Touch your leg. Anything you can touch. But basically, you need to work on yourself. Just like a tight squeeze. Don't hurt yourself, but, like, squeeze yourself so that you would feel it. And all of your focus has to go to one specific part of your body. And repeat this, like, not specifically, like, change up the one part, but, like, focus on one part, like, mainly, and just squeeze it. Breathe it, but focus all of your attention here. And while you're breathing, all of your focus, instead of being focused on the pain from the body, will shift the energy and come to one part. And so your focus will not be on the tighter spots, and that will help you out. So that's, like, one of the physical things you can do if you're feeling any pains. Another thing you can try out, and you actually probably did it, emotional freedom technique or emotional freedom tapping. So basically there are points in our system. It's kind of like acupuncture, but basically you just focus, okay, I have the headache right there. I have the headache, I have the headache, I have the headache right there. And yep, my head hurts. And you're basically tapping points. Like, it basically is like eyebrow right here, right here, right here, under the nose. I think it's like, could be here, but probably not. But under here, then there's this part here. Then there's under the armpit, under the breast, a few parts, like, also, like, our wrists, so you can actually tap, like, right here, your fingertips. You tap your fingertips, and it can be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you, and basically you change from using, like, logic into, like, words or numbers, and then you can use sounds or, like, humming and some but basically you're tapping, and your focus goes into creative logic, and, like, your focus goes, but this whole pain shifts the vibration, and you might actually, like, help yourself with that. That's something to try out, like, EFT, Google that, like, look at these, like, emotional freedom tapping. There's, like, all these lessons online. You can actually check it out, like, what works best for you, and see if it helps. So that's another thing you can do a quickie before I get to work on you. Alright, sort of like scrolling down for more questions. Black Ops is the one you really like, and it's fun where 1 vs 1. I haven't tried Black Ops, but I think I have it, like, I'm not really sure. So we can definitely try it out maybe later. I have, like, you can probably look up my Steam and see all the games I have, so if you have preferences of what you want me to play and stuff, so definitely. Okay, am I seeing number patterns of, like, actual meaningful, like 111, 555, 444, and so on? Yes, it is quite often with the letters, with the numbers. It happens a lot. And again, with the numbers, some people will see 666 and other numbers. Don't scare yourself. You're the one giving the meaning to the number, and you're the one who can actually empower it or be the victim of it. Some people will see the number like 666 and they're gonna get all scared, like, oh, this is the bad omen, my life's gonna be fucked, and, like, this is gonna be really bad. And why can the people from the occult use it and we cannot? Why can they benefit themselves and we cannot? We totally can. And so when you see 666, just tell yourself, like, oh my god, my life is all balanced out, like, I'm doing great, awesome. You see 111, 555, it doesn't matter what kind of number it is. Whatever you believe about it will be what you have. So if you see numbers, you can Wait, yeah. So if you see any kind of numbers, you're the one who gives the meaning to it, and just program yourself with the positive stuff, and you're actually gonna win more than actually have any bad consequences. Okay, there's one guy there. He's probably not gonna notice me, right? There's two guys.
Get lost. It's too late to run. Fucking
Is he gonna sleep? Yeah, he got a dart. Okay. Oh shit. Hello. There's stuff above me. It's probably just like a little passage. That one explodes. Because I'm just like messing around in the tunnels. Wait, where did I... I left here? I'm just running around. Okay, let's see. Do I need... Is that a Miley? Yeah, that's a Miley. Alright, 40% chance.
Access granted.
Alright. What are we gonna get? Bracelet. It's probably Megan's. Megan Reed lab notes. This is deep. The thing is, I have to bury the truth, not discovery, but how I managed, how I reached my results. It's becoming harder lately. I betray someone I respected for the sake of my research. It's probably like, I don't know, could be Jensen. I don't know, because like, Jensen is immune to these implants. As in like, he doesn't need shots, which is like unusual. And they both had a kind of close relationship, so I would guess she betrayed Jensen, but bigger than Seraph. We'll see. So I can fix up the case of like Megan Reed. That's one little thing. And I'm gonna scroll down the chat to see what is going on. Am I translating anime from English to Lithuanian or from Japanese to English or something else? It's mainly from English to Japanese. Like my job is easier because like the fan subbing is already done. Sometimes I get like subtitles from Netflix. Sometimes what is this? Oh, this place. Oh, okay. I see where I am at. Yeah, sometimes like we get subtitles from Netflix, Crunchyroll, other places. So that's good. sometimes there's like really good fan subbing like spots. But as I'm sort of watching anime, I'm getting better at my Japanese. Also, I'm learning a language little bit by little bit, so like just the basics. But when they're talking, I can tell the difference when English doesn't get it right, and I know what they say in Japanese. So
Actually, I've been
I'm
told by a
getting
mutual
there.
acquaintance that it might be the other way around.
Were you followed?
I'm a professional. I know how things work. So if we can just skip Cloak and Dagger 101.
Well, you certainly look the part. Now let's see how well you can play it.
So what is it you need?
Straight to business, a rare quality these days. Tell me, are you familiar with local gangs?
More than enough to get by.
Perfect. Now I warn you, this is not
August MC, I'm glad you got to show up. I'm actually, I really appreciate you all showing up and just watching my stream and talking to me. This is awesome.
You will retrieve this package and then use it to deal with a problem of mine. Permanently.
Who's the target?
Someone who won't be missed, I assure you. A ganger that goes by the name Double T. Hangs around in an apartment near Earl's Court. It's not likely that he'll be alone, just as it's not likely the people keeping him company will be of the pleasant sort. You can't miss him. He's got prominent and rather tasteless augmentations to his face and arms.
You're telling me you went through all this trouble to hire me, just so I can eliminate a banger?
That would be a tad overkill, I admit. No, eliminating the target with the weapon provided to you is only the first part of your assignment. Once you've dealt with Double T, I need you to sneak into Derelict Row and plant the murder weapon among the Baller's weapon stash. Unnoticed.
Kill a member of the Motor City Bangers, then plant the murder weapon in the rival gang's weapon stash. You're trying to start a war.
Hopefully.
I can get inside Derelict Row. But where can I find their weapon stash?
Look for an old concrete structure that is boarded up and condemned. I believe they stock their supplies right underneath it.
Okay. Alright, can do that.
I guess that's it for now.
Okay, and I'm gonna look at the questions again. Hi Stanley, I'm glad you showed up today. Okay, what if an angel number just like tells you when the archons are near? Like what if it is not even like good? I feel like you can program them the way you want. Like all this whole sacred number thing, angel numbers and stuff like that, it's all for a belief system. So if you want to, let's say, every time I see this number, it means that the archon is near. For example, I program myself, for example, every time I see two birds, I know that this thing will happen, or I know this thing. And literally, I program myself that way, so now every time I see two birds, I know this thing is happening, and I can clear it out or not. It really depends, but you have all the control of how you influence the numbers and signs you want to see, so it's up to you. You're pretty much like the creator of your reality, and if some people believe in the bad stuff that can happen if you see certain numbers, others believe it's gonna empower you, really your choice. So choose what's best for you. Okay, I guess we can go into the police department, but also we have Megan's mother quest thing done. My English is getting bad. Okay, we can probably like turn off the electricity, which is good. Dispatch is probably too. We'll see. Alright, 60. Let's go.
Access granted.
Benjamin Bennett. I haven't heard of the guy. That's definitely something to look into. Uh-oh. There's a camera there. Not good. Little hacking game. Yay! Hope you're all interested in me playing with this stuff. Okay, so we need to sneak past by the stuff. It's probably like turn off the thing, so we'll see if it works. Inactive. Active, inactive. Okay, fuck. Do I have time? Okay, I just discovered something. We'll see what happens. I like all these lockers. Goodies. Okay, what is that? Reload speed upgrade. We need to drop something and get it. Combine. Right now I have the most upgrades on pistols, so why not? Did I get roller? Probably not. That's a lot of clicking on the keyboard. Spear. Okay, we got lasers, that's no goodie. Wait, radar system can be off, can be hacked, okay. Let's see. Do you think that the actual virus exists and for a fact that SARS-CoV-2 has not been isolated with pure culture? Oh shit! The fuck? Interrupting the game, bitch. Not good.
Come out and we can discuss this.
Discuss my ass. Can I turn off the signal? Messed up. Okay, so to answer the question, do I think that the whole, like, SARS-CoV-2 exists as a COVID thing? No, I don't think there is a virus. But even in Russia, like, I think, like, in 40s or 60s, they had a thing, like, in animals, like, it's been tested and stuff like that. Like, it's... Oh, shit, there's... Alright, I didn't expect that. I fucked up, like, I was, like, in the open. Easy to notice. I wonder where the save is. Or how far back we go. Okay, it's not too far. At least. Alright.
Access granted.
Okay, so I think this one has... Yep. Repetitive content. And combine with the pistol. Take a goodie, take a goodie. Oh shit. Fuck the beer. Goodie, goodie, goodie. I need to quick save. So I was seen by this guy, okay? And I can go here, and I cannot go there. So far. Alright. Wait, can I reload? These guys see me too fast. Okay, let's see if I can load. Okay. Still moving into Q&A and stuff. Okay, I just want to get in that room, and that guy keeps seeing me. Can't lift these guys yet.
I heard that. Stay where you are.
Surprise, motherfucker. Wait. Yeah, there we go. Now I just need to turn off the alarm. Wait, come in. Yeah. There we go. Alert. Sneaky peeky content. No, don't do it. Just hide the evidence.
Suspect seems to have run.
Really? Surprise. Is this like wait. Okay. Splits. Alright. Okay, so how do you resolve time paradoxes of a planet or realm? Very confusing topic to me. I assume you have encountered people with serious temporal issues. What are the steps? Yeah, it really depends. With the whole thing of the time paradoxes and stuff, it's like people asking like, is the planet like is Earth like a planet? Is it like flat, hollow, all these things, and really depends like where you go, because on each paradox, like parallel reality and stuff, it's gonna be different. You can actually see the flat Earth, you can actually see hollow and stuff. So you have all these variations, and to say it is that way and the only way and that is the truth, there is no truth. It's only like belief system territories and stuff. And differentiating them, I think like the best thing is to sort of like let's say creating part of you, like having one of your bodies in the astral, and so it's sort of setting up you can only be here, as in like Earth, for example, and then you shift reality to get out of body, and if your double isn't there, you're in the wrong place. So you kind of like set up a little bug or thing which allows you to understand how can you differentiate, and if you see part of you there, then it's all good, but if it's not there, well, look for something else. I need to turn off the alarm, but I don't know where it is specifically. That worked. Hello. Oh, just turned off like that, okay.
About time. You the home sec guy I was ordered to wait for? Tell Manderley I didn't get the memo until I was halfway through the autopsy. By then, it was too late to close him up again.
Right. So you recovered the neural hub?
Tricky bit of work that was. A few inches lower and the bullet would have fried more than just the pedal connectors. As it is, I can't guarantee you'll get anything useful out of it, other than the fact that it's been modified.
Modified? With what?
Some kind of wet drive. But hey, I didn't look. Ultraviolet means ultraviolet, and I know how touchy you guys get when it comes to matters of national security. He's all yours. The hub's been detached, but I left it in the skull as ordered. Now, if you'll excuse me, I got paperwork to fix.
Okay, so we're getting our goodies. First, I'm gonna get that. Okay, we don't have a space for it. I'm not using grenades. Wait, can I, for example, wait, we had a few, oh, yeah, use up, okay. Makes sense. Hi, Name Prime, it's good to see you here. So like about 20 people watching, it's crazy. Thank you for being here, people.
Access granted.
Leave me alone.
What, do you get scared or something?
Please, don't kill me.
Chill. Okay, we got a neural hub.
Boss, I got the neural hub. Looks like it's been modified with some kind of wet drive. Pritchard should have a look at it.
No, don't bring it here. Frank's not finished running his diagnostic, and I don't want to risk connecting any tech to our networks till he's done.
Especially if the tech is military. So what do you want me to do?
Take the hub to your apartment. I'll have Frank contact you there.
Alright. So we can actually go through here and fuck around in other places or actually hack some more. And we have someone above this floor. So that's also something to do. I'm gonna stop the game to scroll on the question list. See what is up. Okay, I am Yahweh is asking, is it true that we all have come back to Earth to complete our soul contracts? No. Completing soul contracts, there is nothing to complete. Soul contracts are all about limiting you, and you agree to basically to be poor, to be unlucky, to have bad luck, to have triggers. Why would anyone be okay like, yes, let me suffer? It shouldn't be a thing, and it's basically here to just mess with you. Just a way to trap a god, trap a genie in a bottle, and have you like, stay here and don't mess with us because we want to do our stuff and you're getting in the way. And so basically, it's just a way to mess with you and like, don't complete your agreements. It's all trap, it's all a scam. Cancel them, don't play by the rules, do everything that's best for you, and you're gonna win the game. We have some background noise here. So that's where it came from. Okay, these guys probably don't know that I'm here. I'm not sure if I'm allowed or not. So, quick save. Hi.
I've got a visual.
Yep, just what I thought. I'm not supposed to be here. Of course.
Cover me. Holding position.
Fuck. The big guys are coming in. I'm dead.
Give yourself up. Give up. Down on the ground.
Oh, okay. Alright. Take care of that level. There's a lot in here. Fuck.
On the move. He's on the move. Holding position. He's on the move. Holding position.
How to talk to your buddy cop. Just go in.
No use running.
Get sleeping darts on everyone. And you win.
He's gotta be here.
I'm removing them out of the way because I don't want them to like waking their buddies up. Is that my buddy? Probably was. Let's do a sneaky surprise attack. Almost didn't work. Well, it's probably like unbreakable glass, so I have a safe zone. Two guys up there. How to get full access to their headquarters, right? Is he coming or not? Hey, he missed. I mean, I missed. Oh, no. Okay. That was better than I thought. Oops. Sleep time. The chance of them opening the door? Probably small.
No use running.
Did you fall asleep? I missed. Okay. Sure. How to go into the police station, talk to your friend, and get the access to the bottom floor. What is that number? Or the beeping? Oh, that's just the camera, okay. We need to disable the camera, so... why not? Alright. And we're done. Awesome. Camera's off. We just need a button to keep it quiet. Painkillers. Awesome. Can we get the code? Nope. I think our buddy here might have it. Okay, I'm too busy like taking care of comp business. I probably completely messed up this quest, but oh well. I'm just gonna save right here. Stop everything and just engage with the Q&A. Okay, Enigma Prime is asking, do you think that the business in the astral still exists? Depends what kind of business we're talking about, but there's plenty. There's a lot of this like electric trading going on. Even if we're not talking about the 3D universe and the 4D, but on the higher level, there's still plenty of people. Like, just imagine a like multiplayer game with the RPG style. You get like side quests and like things to do. Like, so there's plenty of people like, hey, go this, do this, and do this. Paying you for it, like having mercenaries and stuff. It's a quite popular thing. What do I think about taking out Segba's presence from oneself? Friend visited me and affected me with that. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Having Succubus or Incubus is pretty nasty. Depends on how big it is on your end, because some people have a really hard time shaking it off, and if it doesn't come from your own presence, you have to look at, like, if it wasn't you that got invited this being or anything like it, if it comes from your buddy, you have to look at, like, what were your buddy's intentions, like try to stop things from him, because if he's the one giving orders, for example, or maybe doing it unintentionally, sort of like go the roots where it all starts, and you don't have to send it back to your buddy, but basically saying like, hey, you're coming here from this person, I no longer have agreement of, let's say, being involved in this whole thing, and just give them a suggestion, like kind of like a threat, that if they keep messing with you, it's basically, you know, you can deal with them in a harsh way, so like killing them, destroying them, removing them, and mocking them, anything like that. I'm not gonna make it. Stop. Not focus on just playing around. But another thing you can try out with this whole succubus incubus thing, sort of like have a program on yourself to deflect these things. Like every time they come to you, sort of have a rule that if they come close, you're gonna send them off somewhere else. Like this program that will, like, they try to attack you and they're just gonna be redirected somewhere else. So this might help you out. Removing any possible agreements with them, or just like looking where they're coming from. As in, like, maybe there will be someone higher, like not just your friend that got it to you, but let's say the third party that is trying to mess with people, and you're just basically trying to how to say it, look for the higher ups, anyone related, and that might help as well. So now, like, basically just like in the game, clearing out things and leveling up if possible. So there's that. Sneaky peek while I've been here. Oh shit. There's a guy upstairs. I need to go upstairs. I'm dead. I'm all. Oh shit. Number 3.
No use running.
Oh shit, there's another one right there. Fucked up. Do you ever play real-time strategy? Yeah, I love those. StarCraft 2, Civilization is real good. Age of Empires, Age of Mythology. What else? Rise of Civilizations or Rise of Ages, something like it. I'm here. How far back did I go? Oh, okay, not too far back. Yeah, I can fuck around with these places and just like get the codes, or just get out and do the mission. I think it'll be more entertaining for people if I just went out. I really did not expect that. What I think though, just shooter comes out of prison. I mean, like police place. Okay, I need to get out like the way I got in. Okay, so why don't I ever host a Discord voice chat that you can play games and answer questions? That would be a way. That would totally be a way. We can try it out. Oh, that's a great place to load my game. And failing quests at the same time? I think I'll have to do a rerun, see how far I can go. Yeah, it really depends. I think like we would have to choose a different kind of game. Because let's say Deus Ex is distracting enough. And I just feel loads of quests. So I'm gonna have to like pre save. That's like, oh my god, how far do I go back? This is like an hour ago. Is it? Wait, it's mid-end, right? Maybe. How far back? Is it showing the... Oh, it's showing the time. Okay, I might not be that far behind. Let's see if that helps. But that's Detroit streets. police station? Probably this one. I was just like, probably just like hacking. Yeah, if we did a Discord voice thing, I have to choose a game that's gonna be easy to handle, cause this is like distracting enough, and I have to like focus quite a bit until like I get to you. So this is like consuming plenty of time, and like compared to, I think like what I streamed yesterday, and I think like yesterday did much better job than today answering you all and engaging with the community. And today's more like playing and like who can I answer sometimes. So yeah, I don't know what Abzu. I have like some chill games. We can try those. If you have any recommendations of what I can play while chilling with you and talking on Discord, that would be a good thing. Having said, I have to scroll down a lot again for the questions. That's a lot of chatting here. Pretty nice. Zachary, I say it like English to Lithuanian, and sometimes from Japanese to English to Lithuanian. So like, I have variations, but like I understand the basic like Japanese. So yay, but mainly like I translate from English. I have my game loading screen stopped so that I could answer questions and stuff. Okay, so it'll be chill time just to get a safe place and we can be done. Okay, I'll just try to get out of here. I came from there, so... Okay, question 8. Is there any truth to the idea that some issues can only be resolved by incarnating here and being in this body? Or... are we able to resolve absolutely everything ourselves within this realm? Yeah. I pretty much believe that we do not have to incarnate on Earth to resolve anything. It's pretty much like... you can do the same thing elsewhere. Without that much pain, without that much stuff. It's like... you can't learn anything if you don't go to Earth. Or like, there's only specific lessons that you can learn on Earth. You need to learn, like, suffering and all this stuff. It's all just a story to get you here, because let's say... I hope those cops are not looking for me. But basically, yes they are. I'm gonna jump back in there. Living in the sewers. This is life. Okay, so basically... It's the same part where people are like... you know, you have to suffer to find out what it feels like. You have to like this like scenario of dying from poison and stuff. Like you need to learn the experience. So you take a bottle of like bleach and it's like, this is deadly if you swallow it. You learn the lesson. If you're gonna swallow it, you're gonna die. Do you need to like drink that shit to actually see what happens? No. So like we can learn things by reading, by understanding. We can literally, okay, just open up a holographic screen right in front of you. This will be a hologram, like a little movie of what's gonna happen to you when you incarnate with these agreements, with this kind of life, with this kind of body right here on this planet. Okay, you watch the whole movie, like damn, that's really bad. Earth, bad idea, not going. Simple. You watch a movie simulation of what can happen with all the recent stuff. So you have a way out and you don't have to incarnate. But basically, it's all a trap. Like, a way to get us here, easy enough, and it's all messed up. Ebony the King's Return. Let's look it up. I shift from like Deus Ex just to like talking it up a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna save the game. Talk it up to you a bit more and then wrap it up because it's already after a minute for me. And let's just engage a bit more before fucking around. Alright, headphones off. My ears are tired of this. Let's see what is up. This is light. Okay, so let's have some chill music. Because why not? Wait, that's the wrong side. There's chill music. Is this good enough? Nope, this is not fun. I have like I have Streamlabs ready, and there's this app that allows you to sort of like have songs in the background that are not copyrighted, so like I like having songs. But anyway. It is okay. Let's see what is up. So I'm gonna move my screens here. Oh shit, I just fucked up one thing. There we go. Alright, so we answered John West's question. So what else we have? Let's look at my pretty face. Messed up. Okay, David Turner, your fake self is full of negative patterns. I think the best thing to do when you notice, like, okay, so these parts of you that show up, that you know that do not belong to you, and you see their parts, you see their personalities and stuff, the great stuff would be to actually take your time and maybe take a little paper, list out all of these personalities, these traits, characteristics, events, feeling states that you know are not yours, and how are they affecting you, how are they triggering you and stuff like that. So you can basically write down the whole list and keep in mind what does not belong to you, what triggers you, how can you tell it's a fake self, all the negative patterns and stuff. Once you list it out, you can actually one by one address them, and it's basically like they have like little clusters. So you start like dismantling one little by little bit, but there's going to be core things that once you remove it is going to change your life. Because like right now you get rid of this personality, you get rid of this fake self. Because like eventually the way we look at ourselves, all of our personality, each emotion and per like feeling we have, is basically we are made up out of entity clusters. And there's this one being in our body that can be happy, one being that can be entertaining, one being that can be philosopher, and then we have this whole cluster of entities having certain emotions, having certain feelings, and we're literally made out of those little like clusters. Because like eventually here in the physical, we don't think, we like, I mean, other when you're out of body, when you're out there, you don't think, you don't have this mind going, you don't have this chatter, you don't have these things coming up and triggering you. You're free from all this stuff. And over here, it's more like these clusters are making you up to make it a bit harder, because like you don't have the clear mind, you don't have the quiet mind. You're basically constant, non-stop chatter going on, worries, what ifs, all these questions and stuff, and you're constantly chit-chatting to yourself, and you're like, let's stop. Good luck stopping it. It's really hard for some people. So out there, when you get out of body, it's completely quiet. There's nothing affecting you. It's so pure, so good. Like you're like, the whole feeling is like freedom, complete freedom, no case, no worries, no anything. It's like, it's a really good feeling. And so, David, I think it would be really great if you could actually just take notes of what you notice from that fake self, personalities, characteristics, what does it act like, what does it feel like, emotions and stuff like that. Once you start taking the list, you can start sort of removing it, maybe doing Richard's universal release method. Do you just ask yourself questions like, what might be some of the reasons for being angry? What might be some of the reasons for talking? What might be some of the reasons for having the quiet mind and stuff? So you choose certain personalities and traits that those fake selves have, and you start asking yourself questions, talking it out, but eventually what you're doing is these fake selves that you have are out of the entity clusters, so you are waking up an entity cluster because it does not know it is with you. So once you wake them up, you're like, hey, what am I doing here? Bye now. And that personality, that part of you that is not yours, leaves, and you're free from that. So I think like it would be really good if we like took notes of parts we noticed did not belong to us, that are like really like feels like foreign, or we don't like the parts. It doesn't have to like, okay, maybe this part of you, maybe this real you and stuff, and you don't like it. you can change it, you can remove it, just like, you know, like, talk it out loud, get some better understanding of things, and you can always like, okay, bye now, and that'll be a thing. Okay, what was my last relationship like, and have I ever been with people, like, have I been with a lot of people in this life? Would you ever be with Rich? So the thing for me, like, I have like high standards and values, so like I don't know, like I'm super picky, but for most of my life, no relationships, like I just found one person, I was like, you know, like, okay, this is gonna be it, and whatever happens, you know, we'll see. So basically, like, no, like I didn't have many relationships, basically just one person, and that's it. I mean, it's working for me, so yeah. Okay, El Enrico is asking, can poltergeist activity be sometimes caused by our own thought forms? I believe, yeah. It's like, it's not just our own thought forms, it's also our energy, our vibration, our frequency. Like, a lot of times, people, when they're still, like, very young, they're learning how to control their abilities, how to fit in this life and stuff. And a lot of times, we have massive energy, and we're learning how to fit that massive energy in this little vessel right here, and it's like storing here, and we can be super emotional about something. And we have incidents like Law de Leon, you might have heard about her, where, you know, like someone pisses her off or she's reacting emotionally, and she can literally blow off like light bulbs and other stuff. Like, it happened to me. It's still like happens, like, for example, I might have like there's like this like light thing above, but sometimes, like, for example, like I can just lay in bed, relax, and when I focus my energy and I start, like, for example, like expanding my energy, I see, for example, like I always kept like asking like people like, hey, is everything all right with electricity? Because what happens is, like, the light bulb, I might actually find this one. You would see, wait, where is it? Like, come on. So there's like a little lamp here. It's gonna get really bright. I'm gonna blind myself. But basically, this little lamp, if you can see the wire and stuff, so what would happen to me is I would focus my energy, and all of a sudden I would see this little, like, the light is turned off, like it's completely dark in the room, and within the light bulb there's the light going sparkling, 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 and then going up and really like expanding and stuff. And like I was like, what the fuck, like there's something wrong with the lamp. Like so I leave the room, I go somewhere else, and then it happens to another one. And so like I was like, okay, it's just something weird. And basically some time passes, I'm attending my dad's cousin's wedding, and basically I'm just like part of the whole wedding thing. We're spending the night in this new place. Everyone's still up, and I'm like, okay, like I'm done, I'm gonna go to sleep, just like sleep it off, like get the time going and stuff. I go to bed, I'm alone in the room, and I relax, and there's like same energy in the light bulb, like flickering, lighting up, and I'm like, what the fuck, is it me doing that? So I started like experimenting with it, and basically like I haven't controlled it much, but like I started reacting to like a lot of like elements would react. For example, like in school, my teacher has this like sand clock, and like you turn it and the sand starts like ticking. And like it basically was like religion class, and a lot of people have to answer questions, and like, you know, like she basically gives you 1 minute, you have to answer like these tough questions. And I really don't want to go. Like, I don't like religion, I don't want to talk about it, like please don't get me involved. And it's my turn, and she like calls me, and she starts turning the time, like this like sand clock, and the sand stops moving. It like really locks up, and nothing is falling. And she's like, okay, your time to answer. Like, what the fuck? And so like she starts messing with it, like shaking it and stuff. The sand is not falling, and I'm like, I have this like real hard intention, I do not want to talk, let me sit down, and we're done. And she's like, okay, you can go. I sit down, and the sand goes starts to calm. I'm like, what the fuck? So like basically I missed my turn, but like I had these like weird incidents happen. So the thing with the whole poltergeist thing, our energy, our thoughts can definitely affect a lot, and really it has to, yeah, like you have to like focus on yourself, like see what you're capable of, because I believe everyone can do it. It's just a matter of how in control are we, how are we working with our energy and stuff, you know, like how much do you know yourself? So that's a thing, and I think it's pretty neat. I'm just going through the comments, checking out the questions and other things. What is this music? Chef, please. Oh, like there's a lot of like these soundtracks from video games and stuff. Yay. Oops. Hi, Dado. It's good to see you here. You're staying up, huh? My chat just shifted all the way down to the bottom, but I'm getting close to see what you all wrote. Rise of Nation. Yeah, Rise of Nation. It's so good. I love it. I remember, like, I think, like, if I turned on my Steam, there's some games where I spend a lot of times, like, I wasted a lot of my time playing video games in the past, and it's like a dream come true, because I always thought, like, you know, like watching people on the stream, it's like amazing that they have a following, and anyone would be interested in that. Let's see, Streamlabs, Steam. You can actually see my Steam. Let's see if you can see this. My Steam. Can you see my library? Google Gallery thing. Oh shit. But it's not showing up the windows? What the fuck? Okay, like I'm gonna capture window, turn it off. That's weird. Can I capture window, capture screen? Let's do the screen capture thing. Display capture, there we go. That'll work. Okay, so here it is. Like, I have like tons of games, and you can actually see how much time I've spent playing. So CS:GO is like 500 hours. This game 63. Dota is like 2,000 hours. It's crazy. I've played like Civilizations for 92 hours, and we have like plenty of games to choose from. If we were to stream, oh wait. What do I do? Fuck. There it is. Yeah, I have like plenty of games. So if we were to choose anything to play together, something to chill out and just answer questions and stuff, do some, like you mentioned Halloween's and like doing some dress-ups and stuff, we can actually play some scary games if you're up to that. We have plenty, like a lot of choices, and if anyone wants to play something with me, we can totally make it a thing. So yeah, just saying. World of Warcraft? We can definitely try it out. It's been super long since I played it, but I'd be up for that. Okay, did I pick my looks and name, and do I know why I look like, or what I look like? Do you know why I look like Aerith? Yeah, I did not pick my name, nor the body, nor the family. It's pretty much like I had plans on coming here for a reason, but I also got kind of like a birth bumped, sidetracked. My family isn't that bad. I've just been through some stuff. It helped to build me up, all that experience, but it wasn't pleasant, and I would not repeat it at any cost. Fallout seems like fun. So I'm just like scrolling through my Steam. If you see any games you're interested in, or interested in watching, let me know, because we can definitely do some of the streams. I'm playing Deus Ex because it only has good self-disclosure. Okay, Stanley is asking, I tried to make contact with Eltrons, and I'm gonna turn off this display capture. Where is it? There it is. Turn it off. Okay, Stanley is asking, or saying, like, I tried to make contact with Eltrons, sending huge love and intention, but I don't hear any contact back from them. Am I doing something bad, or are they busy? A lot of times, if you have a hard time connecting to any beings, it's because you're getting interference. And Eltrons and other races, whoever you call out to, whether it is Lyrans, whether it is Pleiadians or Turians, doesn't matter, they like communicating, they're willing to help, and like there's a lot of people, if your call out there is like you want help, and you're being specific with what kind of help you want and from whom and what kind of being specifically, their traits and stuff, you can actually go to specific and details and stuff. But if you're not getting anything back, a lot of times there's a third party interfering. For example, Ultrons are trying to get back to you, they're trying to give you help and stuff, but a lot of times when I'm working with people, basically you're here, you're trying to contact this person, and there's a whole lot going in the middle, and basically there's like these entities, reptilians and other beings trying to sort of like stop communication. It's kind of like if you have a thing in life where, for example, you have people you like, strangers, you're like friends, relatives, you're like constantly giving, you're trying to connect with them, but you're seeing it's pretty much like one-way communication. It's always you giving, trying something but never getting responses, being ignored, being left out, being unacknowledged, being unloved and all this stuff. A lot of times there's the alien interference where they get between the communication, and it's basically one-way communication. You can only outflow, but nothing comes back to you. And so you have to look at the mechanisms or other beings getting in the way and trying to stop the communication. And if there's anything else getting between you and Ultrons, you have to work on removing any possible constructs, any possible, let's say, radio like interference. For example, like they're trying to send you a signal and it's being deflected, or there's going to be some structures or some other interference with beings and stuff. You have to look at those points and try to remove it, whether you imagine it or not. It's a thing. Louis Robert Bowley, first chat with you, very honored to be here, love from France, and thank you for the session in September. Louis, I'm really glad to see you here, and how did the session go? Are you getting any wins from this? And I'm super glad to see people here, to have you talk to me, engage with me. I really appreciate it. Like it means a lot to me. You make me happy. Being here, being able to talk to someone, it was also my dream. Like I looked at the streamers, I admired them, and I was like, damn, one day I want to do that sort of thing. And it's happening, thanks to you. So thank you. Okay, question 9. Do you get telepathic messages from people? If so, where is it stored, in being or body, and how do you access the messages, like email? Messages, like telepathic messages from people, yeah, I get it a lot. Sometimes I try to turn it off, like this ability to be in touch, whether it is from other beings or from people like just trying to get in touch with me. Sometimes it gets like overwhelming where there's a whole lot of people trying to call out for help, and for me, because I work on a multidimensional levels, for example here on Earth, but then doing sessions with people, but then on my free time, for example, like at night, I'm just like getting out of, like I go to sleep and I don't even try to get out of body, like naturally I go out of body, I open my eyes and already I'm involved in some sort of scenario, for example, like it's funny, what you are trying to reach so hard, I am just like, yay, whatever. Like I'm not really making it a big deal for me, but because I got so used to it, so that's not good. But anyway, there's a lot of people I go to, like for example these like planets that got devastated after wars and stuff, and I'm just like asking no to self, don't ask me about religion. Well, we can talk about it. I was just like, time's gonna stop. But anyway, coming back, yeah, like there's a lot of people like from planets who I'm helping, like engaging in their missions, like trying to learn about their history, like what happened to them, like all these scenarios. So like now I have thousands of people from one planet, and then there's like millions of other aspects of me that I have, and they're working, and basically it's kind of like the main computer that is like main storage place, and all these messages are being sent here, and I'm like, sometimes it's a bit overwhelming, so I have to turn off these abilities to sort of like, I'm gonna get the messages, but I'm just like not tuned in, like not online. My Wi-Fi is not on, so like I'm not getting notifications until I turn on my Wi-Fi, so to speak. That happens. Basically, it is stored in consciousness, like not the body, not the being. It's you don't need to have the body, nor any kind of shape, nor be here. You can simply be point of awareness, like just point of view. You don't even have to like be a form, just point of view, like just simply look. And you're gonna have that information coming in. So it's basically just consciousness being connected to anyone and everyone, and whoever calls out, you just consciously becomes aware of that thing and picks it up. So I guess I hope that makes sense. Yeah, I thought about I thought about like talking to people in school. I don't have degrees. I mean, like, I haven't gone to colleges or universities. Like, I only did, like, online courses, and that's like, yeah, I got a little diploma thing, like, if that means anything. But, I would actually, I was thinking about, like, going to school and, like, asking for, like, a class, and just, like, trying to teach about life. You know, like, how they teach you, like, the math and physics and other things, but no one's actually talking about the real deal. About life, about how to deal with all these emotions. Like kids go through depression, through all these feeling states, through bullying and stuff, and just to be able to talk to them about the values, about understanding life, about understanding yourself, like what you're going through and stuff. I would love to help kids and other people, but I don't know, like I need more experience. Like right now I'm talking to you, I'm helping clients, I'm getting different looks at like what's going on, and it's amazing, but at the same time I need more. I really need more to do something for others. But that would be good. That would be like awesome. Do I get attacked sometimes for trying to heal some people? For technical issues, because of US government and how icky they are, I cannot say that I heal people. Like I do remote scanning and like clearing and any kind of work besides healing and like cures and stuff like that. But it's whatever. Yeah, I get attacked a lot. Sometimes like I just tune into the person and I don't even have to start a session. I'm just gonna read their email, and I feel this massive pushback. Like sometimes people are closed up because they're going through a lot of stuff, but sometimes I feel this massive pushback of energy. I start like looking at notes and I get this massive drainage of energy. Like I'm just like I'm looking at notes, like I'm powered up, like yeah, I'm gonna do a session, and next minute I'm like and like it completely drains me. I get super sleepy and snoozy and like completely exhausted and stuff. That happens. Sometimes I'm just like working on a person and I get like headaches, for example, like really like a sharp needle, just one spot going in, and I'm like that's an attack. So it's like I always like try to take a notice like of where the attack is coming from. Sometimes it can be like various aches around the body, energy blockages, trying to stop my visuals, like almost every time, depending on the case I'm working on, but like the attack is expected, and I always take it as a good sign. If anyone tries to mess with me, I take it as a lead, like, yes, I know who to look for, because if they're trying to stop me, they're basically focusing on the client and does not want me to find something, to look into something, and they're really, like, shutting me up in that way. So, I'm like, yeah, like, whenever I get attacked, I take it as a good sign, because now I can look at who attacks me, from where, and who's the eye-grubs, and basically now I follow up the whole thing, and find the story, find all about it. So it's definitely a thing, but if you know how to use it, then it's great. And John West, wow, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, buddy. It's pretty good. Okay, Nuka Prime is asking, like, have any of us met ancients during Ubis, and that's, like, older than the universe? And I would say, like, I sort of have met a few. Just, like, this kind of being I'm talking about, kind of like, amygdala. It's probably, like, the Bloodborne depicted it, like, amygdala, Bloodborne. If I'm saying it right, yeah. This creepy-ass being is awesome. I'm just gonna see if we can capture window. Steam. It's not reading on the other one. Not good. Just a second. Okay. Yeah, let's do it that way. Capture window, and then connect to Chrome. Ah, there we go. I'm messing with the settings right now. Is it work? Come on. Basically, OBS is, Streamlabs is not finding specific image I want. Is it showing up? No. Come on. It's not showing up. Okay, I'm just gonna do simple ways, and why not? Yeah, amygdala, like I'm gonna minimize my photo, or just like turn off myself. Turn off myself, right? Yeah, so this being, amygdala from Bloodborne, it's amazing, because they depicted the visuals. And I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of these times when, let's say we look at the movies, Star Wars and stuff, people don't have to get out of the body, but they do have ability to recall their past lives. We're just looking like lots of different images and stuff. But what happens, like, wait, capture window. Yeah. People, we watch movies, Star Wars and other things, like, oh, this is so true, like this thing is like so close to reality and stuff. But the thing is, people who write those scenarios, they have a way to recall their past lives, and they might not be aware of it, but they write the scenario like it's as if like I'm coming off with so much stuff, yeah, and it feels so real, and everyone who watches can relate to it because so many of us experience the same thing. We live in that universe, we've been there, we've seen our own view, which is like it feels so like home to us. Like we watch certain movies and it feels like this is the thing, like I know it is true, I know it is possible because like we've been there. And so amygdala, this being like from the Bloodborne, is pretty much like close to this like ancient we're talking about, but basically it's connected to all religions and all of these beliefs and all the deities. So whenever we pray to someone, this being is basically the one at the top of all the religious structures of all the deities and everyone who we might go for. And all of our praying energy, whenever we go to focus, they suck out our energy, so we kind of like, we might feel exhausted and stuff. But the thing is, eventually people go into, God, please help me, or they're calling for something and stuff. The thing is, they're like, most of them are not specific, but even when they call out for that, it's like this being sort of here's what we want, and knowing our issues, he's gonna attack us even more, exactly where it hurts. And if we have something going like, oh, like we need more money, or maybe like just please make this happen, and next thing you know, it doesn't happen. You don't get money, you get it taken away. So this being kind of like looks at your stuff and hurts you even more, like constantly drains you and stuff, and looks for ways to target you, and the more you ask and the more you push, the more pushback you get, but more like, we still believe in God, God can help us and stuff. People keep praying and keep giving their energy, and this being like basically gets bigger and fatter and consumes more, and all of these deities is basically above them, controlling them all, and saying like, hey, like, okay, all of these archangels, for example, or you specifically appear to this person, mess with them, tell them a story and stuff, and the person's like, hey, my spirit guide, like, just he came here, he's helping me and stuff, and you're slowly taking away your energy, taking away your aspects and stuff, and tearing you apart and stuff. So it's a thing. There's plenty of these beings out there, like really, some of them are kind of invisible to the naked eye, but what you can do is like, okay, turn off invisibility, and boom, it's like turning off this filter, and you can see more. So like when you get out of body, try looking at the invisible, try looking beyond invisible, beyond like oh, I was looking for this entity, but it just got away, as if like it just merged with a wall. It just merged with a wall. You're talking because you're knowing it, and some of these phrases that pop up, oh, and I just think it turned invisible. Well, duh, turn it off. You have the ability, all you have to do is think about it, or like just put intention, and you change the filter or how you perceive things, and they're gonna appear right in front of you. So you can see a lot out there, and it's pretty awesome. Okay, Darius Chap is asking, I was a god in the previous lab. I wonder if gods have names. Yeah, a lot of beings like to name themselves and name their places, so I'm pretty sure you've had one. And if you can sort of recall abilities that you've had or who you were, it's pretty easy to look for a name, because sort of like you can ask yourself like, what is the first thing that pops up? Like what do you think your name of the god would be like? And usually, why would you make it up? We're like, oh, it's gonna be Zachary and stuff. So? And the thing is, like, sometimes we're like looking for dates and years and other things, like specific details, but once we ask ourselves the question, a lot of times the very first thought pops up is our own, like, you know, like you just pick it up and you just like sort of like get it out of the archives, like, here it is, and you're like, no, that can't be the thing, I'm gonna look for something else. Like, it's here, come on, believe it, like, you know. So it's really easy to recall it that way, but there's other ways to find it out, but definitely you can find out and remember your god's name and who you were and more details. Dave is mentioning open world games, and I'm just like looking at Google some of the best. I think we can do like Grand Theft Auto, Witcher. We have Minecraft, Fallout. I have Nintendo Switch, so we could play Zelda, Horizon Zero Dawn on the PS4, Assassin's Creed, No Man's Sky, Spider-Man, Just Cause. Like, we have lots of games. I'm just gonna pull up Steam again, because why not? Where it is? Window capture. Let's pick up Steam. Wait, that was display capture. Yeah. So we're basically continuing where we left off. Is it? There it is. Yeah. So we have like more games. Half-Life might be fun. Hitman. We have lots of Hitmans. Some other games. I haven't played most of them. You know how you can have like tons of clothes and not know what to wear, or like say tons of games and not know what to play? This is my example. Like I have plenty of them and I play only a few. so yeah. There's lots of choices. I have this game. What the fuck? Oh, Mafia 2. Okay. Cool. Max Payne, Metal Gear Solid, Mirror's Edge, My Hero Academia. Thank you, Darius. That was a great gift. Naruto, NBA. So we have plenty of games. If you see anything you like, we can definitely do that. I'm just gonna quick scroll until the end, because let's finish this activity and be done with it. Stalker is pretty fun. Yeah. And I also have PS4, so we haven't finished playing Death Stranding, and my save got deleted so we could restart it and redo it all, but that would be a lot of. Have I played Phasmophobia, if that's how you say it? I don't think so, I really don't remember it. Nope, haven't played it. I have not. Is it a good game? Okay, so you wanna play Rise of Nations or Age of Mythology with me? I am totally up for that. It's such a nostalgic stuff. Like I was today like listening to Age of Empires soundtrack. It really hit me like first note I started playing and I'm like, god damn, like this is so good. Like this nostalgic, like being 4 years old, going into my dad's office and he actually had a game on his PC and I was like, what's this, Dad? And he basically sat me down and we just like watched like what Dad did and that was like so awesome. And Settlers and other things, awesome. And I can play my Beast lovely to watch. Like, thank you. That's awesome. Like, you just make my dream come true. Phasmophobia is scary and good, huh? Grim Fandango, good game but hard. Alright, might give it a try. Yeah, making it a big deal to get out of the body makes it harder. Totally. Like, people, like, think it's something super hard to reach, and it's so foreign, kind of, like, cause it's just been so long to people, like, they've been trapped in this physical body and stuff. But if you're just able to let go of, like, limiting beliefs and other things, and just make it, like, yeah, getting out of body is just like dreaming, getting out of body is just like breathing, and, you know, you sort of, like, program yourself, but you can definitely make it happen. Have I played Max Payne from PlayStation 2? No. I haven't played from PlayStation 2, but I did play the second and the third one on PC. But not the first one. I heard the first one's pretty good too. Alright, yeah, like there's a lot of questions and stuff. Okay, like I'm just gonna like probably answer the last one and start wrapping it up, because I've been streaming for like 3 hours and 30 minutes almost. It's awesome to have you all here with me all this time. So I'm just gonna like last one and wrap it up. Dad is asking, how is it possible and why in dreams you can see other people that you have seen it on streets or somewhere else. So basically in dreams, seeing people that you have seen in streets. There's a lot of reasons to it, like, you know, like, partly like brains and stuff, that's like partial explanation, but doesn't really matter. Another thing is like, we're connected with everyone. Like another person is a street is another aspect of you, because like on the smaller level, we're like sort of like connected with the consciousness. So anyone you meet in dreams is like basically another part of you, and it really, I can even like take a look at like, does that person has any meaning? Even though you do not know them, the way they look, the way they appear, your interaction with them possibly and stuff. How does it feel like in a dream and stuff? So basically, you look at a lot of these details because sometimes you can sort of like reflect on it and see, does it mean anything to you? The way they act, the way they talk, and other things. And you can definitely sort of like pick out like, does it have any significance to you, or is it just a thing? And I would say take any dream as an experience, as in like, it's not just a dream, not just like something you thought, like sort of like a brain just got it to you because for whatever reason. No, it's also part of getting out of the body. It's also part of being out there. It's just like another parallel reality. You might have seen the person, you might actually pick them up and connect them somewhere else. You might have some spiritual connection, lots of reasons, but I think it's really good to have these experiences, like actually be aware of these things and remember these dreams. So like, I think you're doing great Aries. Alright then, so yeah, thank you all for watching. It's actually been awesome staying here with you all and just talking for 3 hours now, but I probably should wrap it up. So, I don't know, like, I might stream tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I mean, like, yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, so I can still stream. On Friday I have a thing to do. On Sunday I'm giving more sessions and stuff. But we'll see, like, I want to do more streams. It's actually really fun talking to you all. And it's really enjoyable. Like, it's my dream come true, so thank you for making it happen. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for engaging. Thank you. It's just like, I'm feeling really good because of you, and I hope that by talking and answering your questions and just being here, I can give you anything, entertain you, answer your questions, give you any insights and stuff. Anything I say, don't take it as the main thing and this is the only truth. This is just my point of view. This is how I believe in things. So get anything that's useful for you, but also sort of like double check with other things, try to find anything that fits your belief system and work on your own betterment. You know, that's probably all I can say, but you really make me happy showing up here, talking to me, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all for being here, and I guess I'll see you next time then. So, bye-bye.